This sounds different. It's the Opie and Anthony show without Opie or Anthony. My name is Sam Roberts. Everybody else is here. Jim will be here. We are doing a live show, ladies and gentlemen. There's no reason for you to go anywhere else because Opie and Anthony are not here today because they're involved in the biggest court case in quite some time. I mean, every news channel that you go to from last night into this morning is talking about this case. It's one of the biggest things to happen, legally speaking, in quite some time. Not only in pop culture, but I mean, it's across CNN. It's across the Morning Joe right now is just talking about it. There are people lined up outside the courthouses with signs protesting because Opie and Anthony are somehow entangled in this court case. And by this court case, I mean, of course, the Sandy Kane lawsuit. Sandy Kane, as we all know by now, is the geriatric stripper who's been part of the Opie and Anthony show for some time. She's been coming in for years and years and doing humiliating things, but they're things that not only did she volunteer for, but she was paid for and enjoyed doing so much that she admitted on the air that she enjoyed it and came back for more every time.
Again.
Danny's here, Travis is here, Troy is here, E-Rock's here. Kenny's outside collecting evidence this morning because Kenny is acting somehow. I don't know how this worked out, but he is acting as Opie and Anthony's attorney in this case. I've never seen a man wear as many hats as Kenny, but he's gone from officer of the law to security professional here at SiriusXM to now attorney. Club Soda Kenny. So he'll be representing Opie and Anthony in this case against Sandy Kane. Now apparently she has filed a lawsuit against Opie and Anthony because Opie smashed her guitar and because Opie and Anthony made her get doctor bills. As she so professionally phrased it on the summons, doctor bills.
What doctor bills? Like, I would love to know the doctors that she's visiting.
There's no such thing as doctor bills. It would be medical costs or something like that. And second of all, there's never been anything that's happened on this show that's caused Sandy Kane to need a Band-Aid, let alone a doctor. I mean, medical professionals, that wouldn't be our fault because she's obviously a mentally ill person. And
you know what though? I think she would get like just doctor bills because she's probably she probably goes to like those first med places where like she doesn't have a doctor. She just you walk in, you pay like there's like a flat rate,
right? And so now she's just asking for a receipt. Can I have a receipt with that?
Exactly.
So she can bring it up in the lawsuit. But I mean, nothing happens to her. She brought this lawsuit up, and of course, I mean, we're going to take everything seriously here at SiriusXM. That's why they call us that. And so we're going through Sandy Kane audio to find out if she has a case, if there's anything we should be worried about. But, I mean, Danny, I didn't know it was Travis and me that were looking through old stuff that Sandy was complaining about, that on the tapes, she's just going, this is great. I love this. And, like, literally, she's talking about how much fun she's having doing what she's doing on the Opie and Anthony show, and in the video. We watched the video yesterday when Amy Schumer and Ari Shaffir were in here. It's on YouTube of her getting, the video is called Ritualistically Abused, but she wasn't actually getting abused. That was just something cute we made up for YouTube. But she's there, she gets yogurt thrown at her, she makes a little joke. You know what I mean? She gets gravy dumped on her. At first she's upset, then she makes a little joke. Yeah. Then she starts laughing and she goes, good radio, right? I mean, this was the only place in the world that would promote her. And now, this is the last Sandy Kane bit, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle in, because this is it. This is going to be the biggest Sandy Kane bit, because this is your one-stop shop for Sandy Kane coverage, for the Kane case, for Sandygate. Sandygate is today, and we're going to get Opie and Anthony on the phone. I'm going to try to get, if they're in town, see if they want to stop by before the court case. I don't know any details about what time it is or what courtroom it's at, so I don't know if, because people were Twittering me last night asking if we could have some kind of public gathering to support Opie and Anthony. I don't know anything about it.
I'm sure that would in no way be incredibly embarrassing for everyone involved.
Yeah, there'd be Kurt Love and two other guys just holding signs and Bobo saying, did you get my tweet? But, yeah, so I don't know where it is. We're not doing any public gatherings, but I do hope that Opie and Anthony make the most of this and do show up with judges' robes and powdered wigs on, because we have to get some kind of publicity about this. Like Sandy Kane, she thinks, obviously she's doing this for the publicity. But what she doesn't realize is this is like a big shot of publicity, which is negative, because we're just pointing out how absurd the whole thing is, and that will be it. And then she will be silenced. I mean, we may never play her bits again after this, because it's just so, like, really? Like, we're the only show left that would promote you. Like, I know, years ago she was doing other shows, but we're the only show left that would put her on.
Yeah, but she still has her cable show, right?
I don't know if she has her cable show. I've heard she does a local access cable show. I've never seen the show. Nobody's ever sent me tapes. It's never come up online. I'm not quite sure that it exists, but she always claims. And that's the other thing. She's out in the middle of Times Square. This is what she does, quote unquote, for a living, is she steals the Naked Cowboys routine. If you're not familiar, she took the Naked Cowboys gimmick of wearing a cowboy hat and underpants and did it in Times Square, but claimed
with a guitar. And right. By the way, she can't even, she's all upset about this guitar that's broken. The record should clearly note that Sandy Kane does not know how to play the guitar.
No, she has no idea how to play the guitar.
She just kind of holds it and strums at it, but she's not really playing anything.
And in this lawsuit that she's filing, which is against the main complaint is that Opie broke her guitar, not only did Opie give her $400 for a guitar that on that video she claimed was worth $200, she took the $400, she spent it on God knows what, and she went out to Times Square with a bumper sticker over the hole in the guitar and kept playing it for, at this point, that was 19 months ago, and she's been playing it the whole time. She stands out in the middle of Times Square here in New York City, and she pretends to play guitar, and she tries to charge people a couple bucks to take pictures with her, when in actuality, I've been out there, I've interviewed her out there in Times Square, and what happens is maybe a couple people take a picture with her, but people generally just point and laugh at her, take pictures of her from a distance, and she yells at them to give her $2, which they never, ever do. Which is great.
So she's basically Elmo.
Yeah.
She's just an old wrinkly Elmo.
Yeah.
A shaven Elmo.
Yeah. Just abusing people in the middle of Times Square, but that's the only vehicle she's going to have after this. Like, at least she had some, Opie and Anthony fame that, if an O&A fan were coming to Times Square, they would pay to get a picture with Sandy Kane. I know Struff, who's a big fan of the show, went and paid Sandy Kane for a picture because he wanted to put it on his Facebook.
Oh, Sam, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to vote Sandy Kane. Probably not the brightest person.
You don't think so?
Probably not the brightest person.
We'll go to, we're opening
80 years old on Section 8.
We'll go to Tony in Brooklyn again.
Probably didn't make the best decisions.
Jim Norton's going to be here in a little bit. We're going to be talking to Opie and Anthony today. Levi Johnston is coming in later.
I love his pants.
No, not Levi Strauss. Levi Johnston, who dated, or who fathered a child with Sarah Palin's daughter, is going to be in here, and Brittany Andrews.
Cream Pie Johnston.
Yes, Cream Pie Johnston himself. And Brittany Andrews, I guess from Penthouse, one of those nudie bags. She's going to be in here, too, in a little while, so stay tuned. That's why we couldn't cancel the show. It's a very packed show, but Tony in Brooklyn, you're on the Opie and Anthony show.
Legal advice.
Say that again?
I want to give you a little legal advice.
Yeah?
Don't say that Opie broke the guitar. Opie allegedly broke the guitar.
Yes. If you look at the video, he is allegedly smashing the guitar on the floor.
Exactly. Everything was alleged.
Yeah. Well, what I like, and you're right, Tony, thank you for bringing that up. And Tony's right. This is all allegedly, folks. There's no evidence that, well, there's clear videotape. I'm not sure, but it's still alleged. What's great, though, is we're watching this video yesterday of Sandy Kane just getting horrible shit thrown on her, yogurt and gravy, interns picking the chair up and throwing it out of the studio. And in the end of the video, and Johnny Fairplay from Survivor shitting, literally, in her hat. Like, taking her hat and making a number 2 in the hat. And what it comes down to, at the end of it, is us saying, this proves our case. Because not only did Sandy Kane come back after that appearance, but after everything that had happened, she put the hat on for $100. That's after being thrown out of the studio, after having everything thrown at her, her wig was torn off, shit was in her hat. Jim said, Sandy, how much money would it cost for you to wear that hat that Johnny Fairplay just shit in? And instead of Sandy saying, no, guys, you humiliated me. You've abused me. You've done horrible things to me on a national platform. She responded, quick as a flash. You've never heard anybody respond so quick. $100. $100, which Jim whipped out and said was the smartest money he'd ever spent. Troy, this is a huge story. I think we need some kind of Sandygate sweepers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think we got to really jazz this up.
Hey, man, come on, man.
Yeah. We need some kind of
fucking hat, man.
Yeah. Some kind of Sandygate sweepers. I mean, maybe if you have any Sandy Kane drops to throw in there. Because she was, I mean, she's hilarious. I loved when she was on because I thought the things that she said were so unusual. I mean, Google image Sandy Kane at home so you can really see what she looks like. If you're just waking up, I apologize that that's the image that you have to wake up to, but just so you're all on the same page, because...
And if you don't have internet access this morning, just put on an old episode of Tales from the Crypt.
Yes,
the same exact...
And picture that bald guy in a wig with pasties on, and that's Sandy Kane. She would regularly, when men would say, Sandy, I'm not attracted to you, claim that they must be homosexuals.
You got a small dick.
Yeah, that they had small penises and were obviously gay for not being attracted. Danny, you spent a lot of time with Sandy. As a matter of fact,
nah, she thinks that I don't like her.
Yeah, what she referred to you as that fucking intern, Danny Ross.
Well, see, I'm a fan of Sandy Kane. I like her all of her appearances when she comes in. She's just, I like her voice. I like her cadences and her weirdnesses.
It's great.
I love it. But when she comes in, I always just I just give her the stink eye. That's just been like the bit with me and her since I started here. So every single time she comes in, I just look at her like. And just for that reason alone, she hates my guts.
Well, you're that fucking intern, Danny Ross. Look, Club Soda Kenny, I mean, let me tell you something about Club Soda Kenny. Like, he's a goof on the air, but when he has a job, nobody takes it as seriously as Club Soda Kenny. And I'm telling you, even though this is a goof court case that there's no way that a judge should even hear it, like, he could have been OJ's attorney. He's working so hard. He's going to there's no way Opie and Anthony are going to have any kind of penalty for this.
Is it safe to say that he lives for these moments?
Yeah, because he's just waiting. He's sitting in the cut, waiting for the be a hero moment. And I mean, he's there for it. He's been collecting evidence since yesterday afternoon, sending out emails. He's coming to that courthouse, Club Soda Kenny is, with audio, with video, with print. I mean, there's going to be no stopping Opie and Anthony with Club Soda Kenny on the case. We should go to the phones. This is the Opie and Anthony show. Don't get confused. We are live covering Sandygate 2011 as Sandy Kane brings Opie and Anthony to court. O&A will be here. Norton will be here. Well, I don't know if O&A will be here, but we'll at least try to get him on the phone. They have to go to court. Norton will be here, and we'll have a couple guests. Dom.
Hey, Sam. Hey, just curious. I mean, I've watched a shitload of these little, People's Court and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
How come O&A aren't sitting there? I mean, I don't know how much, advertising costs on satellite. How come they're not suing her or countersuing her for all the free advertising they've given her over the years?
Opie and Anthony are countersuing for plugging Sandy Kane's CD that nobody bought. Yeah, I don't think Opie and Anthony are even going to bother with it. I mean, they'd probably...
What would you sue for? Crabs?
Yeah, it's like... They'd probably have a better case than Sandy Kane does against them countersuing her. But I don't think they're going to bother countersuing Sandy Kane for advertising costs of her CD, I Love Dick. Which, I mean, if there's one person...
By the way, isolate that in there.
Oh, man. If there's one person that... I'm not even going to say bought the CD, figured out how to get it. Like, I don't even know where to get Sandy Kane's music, and she's on our show. We were the ones promoting her. Matt in D.C., you're on the Opie and Anthony show.
Hey, before I talk about Sandy real quick, I just want to say, Sam, your mom is sexy as hell, and I'd love to lick her tight little asshole once.
It's very kind of you.
I don't think it's that tight, though.
I don't know.
Well,
that's
what
just my
I was going to
opinion.
say is now that Sandy's going to be off the show, I pray to God that this is the return of Stalker Patty.
You're hoping that there's a lot more Stalker Patty bits. I mean, look at the Stalker Patty. You want to talk about Stalker Patty is somebody who cares about the show. I mean, she'll get naked and put a Krusty the Clown mask on.
And then pretend like she don't want to do it.
Yeah,
but then she
loves
does
it. She lives
I never
for it.
understood that with her.
Why do you like Stalker Patty so much, Matt?
I just remember listening years ago when they shaved her head, they gave her a wig, and they pushed her out of the building and took the wig. Ever since then, I was hooked on Stalker Patty and the Container for chocolate.
Linger longer, right?
What?
Linger longer, right?
Oh, for years.
Yeah, that's free. Hey, that's free.
Thanks a lot, Matt. And you're right. I mean, as far as cadences go, Stalker Patty is the queen. And Kobe in Indianapolis is feedbacking in. Sam, don't forget, Sandy Kane used that guitar that she's suing over being smashed on America's Got Talent. She went on
the same one.
She went on the biggest TV show on network TV of the summer and auditioned for her big break with this guitar that apparently doesn't work. I mean,
why do you need to have a new guitar if you don't play guitar? Like, your whole bit, it's a prop anyway.
I know.
It's just a
She
prop.
doesn't play guitar, and the guitar was not... Opie gave her double what the guitar was worth already.
Easily.
And she doesn't play it, and
Easily.
she doesn't need it. River Rat Doc is feedbacking in, if you wear a hat with shit, you must have quit. And I think that's something Kenny needs to write down, because there's no doubt in my mind that that's going to be big. Everybody was tweeting me last night asking for clips of some of the famous Sandy Kane moments. Eric, do we have the guitar cutting string? The guitar cutting string, the guitar string?
Yeah,
the guitar string cutting?
I have just a short clip. It's 53 seconds.
Okay, good, because this is one of the things that bothered Sandy Kane so much. Again, this is the Opie and Anthony show. People need to understand this is a huge show. This is why we're taking the show live. We were going to throw it to Worst Of, except we wanted to make sure that nobody thought that we're just going to do Worst Of all day, because we're going to do our best anyway to talk to Opie and Anthony. Norton's going to be here in a little while. Bristol Palin's ex, Levi Johnson, is going to be in here. Some porno chick is going to be in here, Brittany Andrews. So make sure you stay tuned. But I did want to play a quick clip. Club Soda Kenny, I've been telling the people how diligently that you've been working and rising to the occasion.
Sam, do you consider yourself a talented person?
I do.
Well, talk about something else other than Sandy Kane.
This is the story.
No, it is the story tomorrow.
Well, what's the story today? I mean, why are we...
You decide.
Well, I think I'm here to make sure that people know about Sandygate.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Not today.
No.
So what about the clip I was just about
Is
to
it?
play?
What do you say? May your brightest tomorrows be your worst yesterdays. What do you say?
Something like that. Yeah, it's
What do
about
you
right.
say?
I'm not going to say it because I think you got it right.
Oh, all right.
But how confident are you? Are you nervous? Is that why you want us to move along?
No, I don't like to lose.
I don't think you. I've never seen you lose.
Yeah. All right. So why talk about it and give her defense, her prosecution evidence?
But we're not giving her prosecution evidence, are we?
Talk about something. Look what's in the paper. Look. Look at the headlines. Love ever blasting and pictures of guns. I put 11 bullets in NYPD hubby.
Hey, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about that new Facebook?
Yeah, I saw.
Shit.
I saw on your Facebook status that you were unhappy that Facebook changed.
Yeah.
Why is that? Are you just not good with change, or you think that they've made some mistakes on Facebook as we cover Sandygate?
We'll cover Sandygate tomorrow when the real talent is here.
But Opie and Anthony are going to be contributing to the show today.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I mean, what are we going to play? Worst Stuff so everybody tunes out?
No, just do what you do.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, but you're not doing it properly.
So talk to me about this Facebook problem you have.
It sucks.
Why?
Because it sucks shit.
But what's the problem with it specifically that you don't like?
They shouldn't have changed that format. That fucking stupid ticker thing on the right side that you gotta like scroll down. It's not easy to do.
It's amazing that you're such a Facebook guy, because for the longest time you said you were not going to ever sign up for Facebook.
Well, I'm not looking to hook up. Let's be clear about that.
A lot of women have gotten the wrong idea.
Yeah.
People are always asking me if Kenny's DTF, and I got to be like, no.
Yeah. Why is Kenny on Facebook? Is he down to fuck?
Yeah. No. I'm just I'm just trying to like social network I don't know why, but
Jim Norton is here. Jim, we were just going over the changes to Facebook because Club Soda Kenny didn't like us talking about Sandy Kane, so we wanted to talk about the new Facebook.
I heard there was a change. The page switched or something, but I don't know what happened.
yeah, it stinks, Jim.
What's the new page?
It's a whole different format. Like they have like a ticker scroll. Like look at Danny's thing there. It's hard.
Oh, I
Then
did
they
actually
have,
see
like,
that. I fucking hate
top
it.
stories.
Facebook is annoying me because I don't like that top right thing with all
Yeah.
what my friends are doing.
Yeah.
Can you take that off?
Yeah.
No.
What's the point of it? Isn't it the same thing that's in the middle?
No, but it's like different.
And you can't delete on Facebook. What's annoying now is you can't delete like conversations you have. They all save in your email, which is fine. I mean, it's not like I'm giving out nuclear secrets, but it's more fucking mail.
When I posted yesterday that I wasn't happy about the Facebook thing, like there was like a lot of like commentary.
Was everybody liking your status?
Yeah, everybody was in agreement with me. But then one person says, "Hey, Kenny, don't worry about Facebook. Worry about the court case." And let me tell you something, people. I can multitask.
That is one thing about Kenny. He is good at multitasking.
Yeah, people can poke you, like, or ask for a pillow fight or a coffee.
You like get your little gift?
Listen. Jim is here now. Jim has his own agenda.
No, not really.
Yeah, I mean,
Until 9:30. I'm fine.
yeah, he's just kind of here for.
We'll talk about
Levi
Sandy
Johnston.
tomorrow.
Do we have coffee?
Yes, we will get coffee
Thank
and
you,
breakfast.
Kenny. Oh, you rule.
All right. So thank God you're here, Jim, because Sam was getting off on the wrong foot.
So what do you think? What's happening so far with the case?
Well, Kenny wants us to talk about anything but the case on the day that everybody was wondering about the case.
Well, yeah, the case is kind of what people are wondering about. We don't. Plus, we don't have any new information to report. It's not
Right.
like we can report anything.
Right. I mean, Kenny's
we don't
been.
know.
I was saying, Kenny's acting attorney just about because he's going crazy finding all this evidence. He's not going to. He's going to make sure that O&A walk out of there unscathed because Kenny's walking into that courtroom with piles of audio, video, text. I mean, I've never seen somebody.
None of it pertains to the case.
No, it's all just.
It's probably all homeless Charlie stuff.
I got confused.
I thought it was about that guy.
You see, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So now the other side knows what we got.
I mean, of course we have evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what? Why why show our hand?
It's a court case against Sandy Kane.
Exactly. You're not exactly meeting big opposition.
Yeah. I mean,
it's DNA evidence. Someone's shit in her hat.
the prelude to your evidence.
I take it very seriously.
The prelude to me talking about your evidence was that this case is so ridiculous that a judge probably won't even bother listening to the evidence before he throws it out.
I don't even want it to get to a judge.
Well, what does it get to before the
I
judge?
want to get this resolved, and I
Why?
want to get in and out.
Well, it's small claims court. There's got to be a judge, right? You don't talk to the lady outside first.
No, there's a choice of mediation.
Which means what? What does mediation mean?
That, like, you discuss, like, this is what I say, this is what we say, and then that guy decides in the middle.
Oh, kind of like arbitration.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's no way that O&A are going to give in at all.
Why would they?
I mean, they're not going to make any deal where they're like, we'll give you a little bit, because they're going to give her nothing, because that's what she'll get.
Why don't you take some phone calls?
Because everybody wants to talk about Sandy Kane.
She doesn't deserve any money. I don't think that they did anything wrong.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, and that's what we were talking about, how it's like every time she's come in here and something's happened to her,
You don't
she's
even
come
know
back
what
for
her
more.
allegations are, so you don't even know what you're talking about.
They read the summons on the air.
Yeah?
So, yes, I do know what her allegations
What are they?
Well, I'm not going. Well, we don't want to go over her allegations,
all
right?
of a sudden.
And tip off the other side.
Yeah, us is the other side.
Her allegations are that the guitar was broken or whatever, and it's just silly.
And there was Dr. Bill's, and their hat was stolen. And
My hat.
bullet holes were put in it. Which is, I mean, even you have to admit, Kenny, we did fire bullets into her hat.
It's been documented.
Yeah,
Not a secret.
There's twit pics.
Yeah, there was nobody in a grassy knoll. This was...
Yeah, Anthony said, I'm going to take this hat to the firing range and do this. Then he came back the next day and said, I went to the firing range. and
Yeah,
I
man.
did this.
And my fucking hat had bullets in it, man, Your Honor.
I would make sure that she's not accusing that fucking intern Danny Ross of anything, because we know that she doesn't like him.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that was brought up or whatnot. But,
I don't think it was. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what there is to talk about there, but I would love to know if I could talk about that.
See, I'm only bringing up stuff that's already been on the air.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Well, yeah, I know it's up to me, but I don't understand why you're worried about it at all. You have nothing to worry about. You're fully prepared for a case.
I got nothing to worry about because my name's not. I'm not a defendant in this one.
Well, I don't think Team Opie and Anthony has anything to worry about.
Yeah, I think they're in the right.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that, once you get to the courthouse, whether it's the arbiter or the judge or whoever is talking to you guys, will see that Sandy Kane is a lunatic.
Do you want him to have a trial by jury?
I think it would be great. The more press we can get out of this, the better, because, whoever suggested that they show up in judges' robes and powdered wigs yesterday was right on the money, because we should be turning this into the biggest court case New York has ever seen.
Wrong. They're not going to be shock jocks in the courtroom.
Why not?
They're ordinary citizens.
But this is not an ordinary case.
Right.
It's the naked cowgirl who wears pasties in Times Square and who's 79 years old.
Most ordinary citizens aren't suing radio people for defecating in her hat and shooting it. Yeah. It's not a normal court case.
Johnny Fairplay shit in my hat.
Yeah. He said to me, "I shit in his hat." He repeated, "I shit in his hat."
Yeah.
It's my cousin Kenny.
Rick in Ohio, you're on the Opie and Anthony show.
Good morning, guys.
Hi, Rick.
Well, I just wanted to make a point that at small claims court, there's no lawyers.
Right, there are no lawyers.
But there is Club Soda Kenny. He's acting attorney.
Yes, there is a cadaver.
There's two with Sandy there.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks, Rick.
Okay.
But yeah, Jim, before you got here, we were just talking about the case and everything, and after 25 minutes or something, Kenny came in move on, next topic. And we were like, why?
Yeah, there's nothing that's really secret with this one. Everybody kind of knows what happened. She decided to sue. I think it was a bad move on her part.
Yeah.
It's like, because you keep coming back. You shouldn't have kept coming back to the show when you know what the nature of the show is.
And that's what I said, too. Like, when we were watching the video yesterday with Ari and Amy in here, when you offered her, when we did all these things to her that she might have a complaint against, and then you could see in the video, she walked right back in the studio, and you said, how much to put your hat on with the shit in it, and instead of saying, you guys have humiliated me, you've gone way too far, blah, 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 within a second, she said $100.
$100. I don't remember that, but I'm sure I asked it as a joke, not thinking she would ever do it. You never think someone's going to put a hat with shit on it on.
And she gave you an amount of money that was so
very palatable.
Easy to come by. Yeah. Okay, I actually have $100. I'm not even going to have to ask the room for money.
Yeah, it would have been. She said 5,000, man. And then you was like, it would have been funny if you could do it, but $100, yeah.
Do you realize that this show has had 2 instances of someone putting a shit hat on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Both were winners and both are filmed.
I wonder if Sandy Kane will wear her wig to court. It'll be weird to see her without her wig on if she's not wearing it, because she just had that dried out brown hair otherwise.
It's just a nightmare.
Uh-oh, Kenny's coming back up the hallway. He might not want us talking about this.
Here for,
oh, yeah.
Not for me, for Kenny. There's something on the fucking... There's peanut butter on the side of the mic.
Ew. Who's using it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Sean, you're on Opie and Anthony.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hello, Sean.
Hey, I just want to give props to Kenny. I think that's just awesome evidence that he's got her playing the guitar in question on America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
That's going to be blindsided, man. They're never going to see this one coming. That's awesome. That's a great job, Kenny.
Yeah, this is not the fucking Kennedy assassination.
No.
They're not being sued by a high-profile attorney. It's Sandy Kane. Everybody knows what happened.
Yeah. She's
pissed off, and she's just looking for attention.
And she took the guitar that Opie broke, that she's suing over, allegedly, and went to America's Got Talent and auditioned for America's Got Talent with that same guitar.
And there's no allegedly. He broke it.
Yeah.
And he's okay with breaking it. He said he broke it.
Somebody called up and said, you should say allegedly. No, we watched video yesterday. He smashed it onto the ground.
Yeah, you don't need to say allegedly with him actually breaking the guitar in video. He broke it.
Yeah.
And he paid her for it.
Well, listen, we should take a break so you can settle in. You just got here, Jim.
I'm fine.
But Opie has said he was going to try to come by today before the court case.
He said that, but
right.
If they could sleep late, they're going to sleep late.
I don't know.
The only reason I came in today was because we had Brittany Andrews and Levi Johnston, and they couldn't be
reschedule.
Yeah, they could have come in tomorrow. I wouldn't have come in today either.
Levi Johnson is going to be good.
I hope so. I mean, his book is out, and I read like 200 pages of it, and like the last 60 or 80 pages, I just kind of skimmed and took pieces out of for notes.
It's great that you could just write a book about your girlfriend's mom that you didn't like.
Oh.
It's like you have that kind of like clout. Everybody would love to do that.
Yeah, but the catch-22 is your girlfriend's mom can like really crush you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's never going to come out looking like a good guy.
No, and I didn't like him until I read this, and it's like, you know what? I'm sure that some of this, there's two sides to every story. But she seems really unpleasant. Like, if she didn't like certain things he said in the media before, she is going to hate this book.
Well, I can't wait till he's in. We will take a break, but we will be back with more of the Opie and Anthony show without Opie and Anthony. But Jim Norton's here. The rest of us are here. It's going to be a great time.
What should the name of this show be today? Norton and Friends is a good one, but what should we call it today?
Well, Coke Logic suggested instead of Opie and Anthony Live.
Instead of Opie and Anthony?
Right.
How about some Norton?
That's really
for
good.
Sam and Sam Norton. That's good.
Norton. Yes. The show will be back. Stay tuned.
Sirius XM. The Virus. The Opie and Anthony Show.
How great is that? Celebrity Friends.
My favorite new bit. Here on the Rock Jim Some Show.
Well, it's Jim Norton and myself, because Opie and Anthony have their Sandy Kane court case to deal with today.
They're gallivanting in court.
Yes.
They're gallivanting.
I feel like the Opie and Anthony show is becoming a brand. It doesn't refer to two people anymore.
No.
Although somebody, that's what it was. Chris in New Jersey suggested the title The Morning Jam with Jim and Sam, which I think at least it gets people up, you know?
Yeah, it really does. It kind of, because it's got both names included in it.
Yeah.
And it really says something like times are about to get wild.
Plus, it's like, for the commercials, what do you wake up groggy? Need something to go with your toast in the morning? How about some morning jam with Jim and Sam?
That's good. Well, how about Cham with Chip, Jim, and Sam? Something. Do you know how tempting it is, by the way, to do Chip until 10 o'clock?
I know.
It's really hard not to do.
I was going to say, people really enjoyed when Chip showed up on the after show and was answering calls. We should try to see how long we could do Chip until people don't enjoy him anymore.
There are people that wouldn't, because the goal of Chip is, I do like when people, as a comedian, I like people laugh at it and think it's funny. But there is a part of me, like, Bob Kelly really hates him.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy. Like, Chip should be able to be used to really bother somebody.
A lot of women, I find, hate Chip.
Sure.
Like,
because he reminds them probably of the dummies that they're fucking. He probably reminds them of the dumb guy who they're with who tries to be funny in front of people and who's never funny.
But, like, Jess, my fiance, doesn't like Chip.
Oh, good.
Jonathan, your manager's wife,
hates
Chip.
Fucking Chip. like Jonathan told me, oh, I thought of you the whole time I was out there because he gave me like 50 new stories of annoying his wife.
Great.
Like, he'll talk to her parents or her friends, and they'll say something like, yeah, we got to go to Bed Bath & Beyond, and Jonathan will just start going, sis, and he won't even do Chip right. He'll just go like, sis, Bed Bath & Beyond, yes, sis. And that's all he does, and his wife's like, just fucking stop it.
Not only does he do the impression completely off, but he doesn't include a Chip joke.
No, he doesn't at all, and he hates Chip. Like, I derailed him 40 times when we were out, just throwing Chip in, like, because he least expected. I love to throw Chip in, and he has to acknowledge him, like, he'll go like, that's good, Chip, that's good. And it just stops everything, and it really annoys him.
But he can't be mean to Chip because, like, Chip is one of his clients.
Like, you can't win with Chip ever.
No,
you can't ever win.
Well, that's what I was talking to Jez about last night. That's what the beauty of people calling in. That people call in and they try to go with whatever Chip's vibe is. Like, if Chip is attacking something, they'll call in and try to attack it with Chip. But Chip will tell him that's stupid because he doesn't like other people having attention.
Yeah, it's not a team effort.
Ever.
With Lyle Chipperson. You're never going to get on the same team as Chip.
Lyle wants it all to himself.
Yeah, he wants it to himself, but he doesn't understand what a subtle cunt he is and how he sabotages everything.
Yeah.
He just does.
I don't know what Coke Logic.
Hey, scissors up, Sam and Dave.
That's Jim, not Dave.
Yes.
Be respectful. And it's Jim and Sam.
That's Sam and Jim is fine. Hi, Sim.
Sim.
Hi, Coke Logic.
Hi. Hey, I just had a question for Jim. And sorry, I'm fucking tired of shit.
I'm sure you're drunk again. It's all right.
I'm not
Alcoholic.
drunk.
Shut up.
But is there? You break in the chip, and it's like you do it in front of people you don't know, or comedians, or famous people and stuff. Has there been a time that people go, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, I've had a couple of times, but not really. Normally, it's very rare that, like, when we eat a lot of times, we'll go like she. Like when Sam and I were in Comic-Con, literally every meal we had, I would say, well, she will have this, and I'm having that, or her. And nobody ever calls you out on it. But once in a while, someone would go like, she. And then that was it. But
it's never happened in front of me. And you did it to literally everybody you could. Like the car guy who picked us up was like, do you need a water? And Jim would say, well, I'm fine, but I don't know about her. And he would just do it to everyone, and everybody goes, oh, okay.
Nobody calls you out on a chip. I've been called out on a couple of times, but it's extremely rare. Somebody look like, what are you talking about? Because they think that you're kind of a retard, or there's something wrong with you. Which Chip is not a retard. He's just very aggressive and angry. But he's not retarded.
He's just got personality flaws.
Yeah, he's just an aggressive, personality flawed person. You're right. I said personality twice.
Although, doesn't he have Asperger's or something?
Yeah, and he has a bit of autism.
Yeah.
Like, we learned that the other day. The Chip just hits the bell, and he likes the sound of the dinging.
Yeah.
A bit of Asperger's.
How do you feel about other people doing the Chip impression?
I love it. Anthony hates it. Like, whenever Chip shows up on Twitter, fucking Ant hates. I go fucking nuts when I see cis. I literally, Chip tweets make me laugh out loud. Because they can't lose. If they're terrible, they're perfect for Chip. If they're funny, they're perfect for Chip.
That really is the easiest way. Speaking of Anthony's tweets, I did want to bring up that he got into one of his awesome-to-watch Twitter arguments with the entire Twitter community yesterday over this, Troy Davis situation.
I don't know. I read a little bit about it, and it kind of reminds me, I guess, of the Mumia Abu Jamal case in Philadelphia, where a cop was killed. Black guys, accused or goes death row for it, and it becomes the cause celeb to get him off. And then you read certain aspects of it, it's like, well, there was some doubt about it. Something the prosecutor said, though, kind of, I don't know if we have it in this article, but one of the prosecutor who has retired said, yes, this case was a travesty, or something, I'm paraphrasing, it's a travesty, but only because it took so long. There's the presumption of innocence or something, but they took what appears to be a shadow of a doubt, and made it look like it was a shadow of a doubt. Like, it was an impression of a shadow of a doubt, basically, she was saying. She was saying that he was absolutely guilty.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading articles, because I didn't know much about it until yesterday, to tell you the truth, and I didn't see anything that was super compelling that he was innocent. Like, I guess there was doubt as to whether or not he was guilty.
I think the lack of evidence.
Was it? Like,
yeah.
Was there not a lot of...
well, I mean...
Was the court case rushed along?
No, it wasn't rushed along, but he was convicted mainly based on the testimony of 9 witnesses.
All eyewitnesses, yeah.
And, they never found the gun. They never, but there were shell casings that apparently matched, a gun that he was previously convicted for in a shooting. So...
Well, did they arrest him on the spot, or did he run?
No, he ran, and he turned himself in after the man who he says shot the cop went to the cops and said, no, Troy Davis did it.
But who said it first?
The other guy.
So the other guy might have been out with Troy Davis.
Yeah. They were together.
Okay, so Troy Davis might have shot this guy, and the other guy... and then the other guy went to jail, and I'm not going to fucking
because he realized, murder. Holy shit, what just happened?
This guy just killed somebody, and then.
But I guess
but over the years, like 7 of the 9 witnesses recanted their testimony.
The eyewitness testimony is rough.
And said that they were, they were coerced, and
I mean, you do try to get confessions that you want out of eyewitnesses, I guess, from time to time, but
it's a tough case.
So the question is whether it was him or the guy he was with, because it had to be one of those.
Other people say that, like this other guy has like confessed to doing it, like when he was drunk, and it's a tough case. I mean, this guy, he wasn't a good guy, like he'd been convicted on other stuff before.
It's rough with the death penalty, because it'd be one thing if, like, okay, we'll leave him in jail for a while and just try eventually something will happen. But when you got to kill a guy,
yeah, I don't know.
You got to really make sure.
Yeah, because they say it's like the argument is, well, if you know 100% that he did it, it's okay to kill him. But the court system has it built in where they feel they know something 100%, but then they can refuse new evidence. Like the Supreme Court did a weird thing with this one where they actually gave him a chance to prove his innocence, which normally you don't have to prove your innocence. They have to prove, and it was a higher, I guess, preponderance of evidence than.
Well, it's tough to prove your innocence. It's a lot tougher to prove your innocence than to prove somebody's guilty.
Well, they wanted more evidence to prove he was innocent, but the Supreme Court normally doesn't do that.
Yeah,
and I think he couldn't, or he just they didn't feel it was strong enough, so they sided with the prosecution.
But this wasn't like the West Memphis 3 thing. Like everybody said they didn't do it. This wasn't that cut and dry.
Yeah.
It was or wasn't?
No. It
was
wasn't
not
that cut and dry.
But it makes me hard. It's hard for me to be on the side of the death penalty. I mean, of course, a cop killer I think deserves to be put to death.
Yeah.
But I don't trust that we're 100% right.
Well, yeah, because so many mistakes have been made.
There's so many times that it's been proven that this guy really didn't do it. Oh, he's been in jail for 25 years and now he's being released.
DNA gets a lot.
Yeah.
And the fucking fact that fuck prosecutors on some cases. Like when you look at that guy Nifong or whatever his name was in the 3 Duke guys who was the prosecutor who was fucking being a total twat and was disbarred for his behavior. They're dirty too sometimes. They don't want to admit they made a mistake. They don't want to admit they prosecuted the wrong guy.
Well, that's why the West Memphis 3 had to put in an Alfred plea because the prosecution doesn't want to admit that they were wrong.
The fucking prosecution, why wouldn't you order DNA evidence if you put a guy in jail you shouldn't have?
Yeah.
Fucking terrible.
Like, be a person, be a human being. Like, you have to admit, yeah, I made a mistake here. Like, it wasn't just one person who did it. It was a whole, obviously everybody has to come together to put somebody in jail. One person can't put a guy in jail. So it's not like one person has to stand up and say, sorry, I blew it. It's like we all come together and say, yeah, look, we might have rushed to this.
The fact that the prosecutors or whatever should be the ones looking for DNA evidence. Thank you, Kenny. And trying to get guys free if they put them in jail.
They don't care. They got
really
the win.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like they want to make sure that they have a good record, that they have enough wins. So it's like whatever person you put in front of them, their job is to put them in jail, not to figure out whether
they're do the right thing.
Their job is to get the death penalty for them.
Welcome to the Liberals Radio Hour. We really sound like flamers.
Yeah, Ant's probably going crazy somewhere like,
guy was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
fuck him.
Well, that's what he was doing on Twitter last night.
Well, no one's. We're all sitting here, but no one's complaining about the white supremacist who was killed yesterday.
I think if we know he was guilty,
sure, exactly. I'm not against the death penalty when it's been proven that you dragged a black man for miles.
That's what I love about Ant, though. Like, we're all sitting here saying, well, I guess it could have been. Ant was never so sure of anyone's guilt in his life yesterday. He knew that man killed that cop and needed to die today.
Yeah, I'm up in the air. I just think that poor people, I don't even think it's racial. I think it's just poor people have a much higher shot at getting it because they can't afford the defenses.
Yeah.
And I don't trust it.
I mean, but is this other guy saying anything that was with him, or what happened to the other guy? Is he in jail?
I imagine now he's not going to confess.
Yeah, I know.
I imagine he's going to keep that under his hat if he did do it.
Just kill them both. I mean, that way.
I don't like fucking eyewitness stuff only being enough to get a guy put to death, though.
Yeah.
Because eyewitnesses are fucking idiots.
And they never found the gun?
No.
But then again, 9 people saying they saw you do something.
That's a lot of eyewitnesses.
Yeah, were they changing their opinions because they started to feel guilty? Like, oh no, the weight of what I said is having this guy killed?
That probably has a lot to do with it. Like people going back and say, well, it could have been someone else. I mean, was I coerced? When in actuality, the cops are probably more forcing them to remember. Like, no, think about it. Was it? And finally they'll say yes. And then, yeah, maybe they do feel guilty.
Yeah, it's a tough one because I don't think anybody's disputing the fact that he was there and that he was part of this gang that was, like...
Ooh.
Well,
gang of ruffians.
Yeah. The Lords.
So like I said before...
Like, he's not a guy that we're fighting for his freedom.
No, I don't think anybody's fighting for his freedom. People are fighting for, a new trial.
Yeah. Although, I mean, I don't know if you want a new trial and give him the opportunity to figure out a mistrial and a way to get out of jail, because he shouldn't be out of jail by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, they could have commuted a sentence.
But he was there. He was an accessory, at least.
He had a lot of high-profile people supporting him, though.
Doesn't mean anything.
Who did he have?
He had Jimmy Carter.
Puff Daddy.
Fuck.
Well, if Diddy was supporting him, then obviously.
Pope Benedict the 16th.
They're always against the death penalty. The Pope's always against it.
Yeah, they will. Anytime there's a tiny bit of doubt, like we could say that this is a bad thing, they'll support anyone.
And even if they think you're guilty, they would still say that they shouldn't put you to death.
Big Boy
from Outkast. Look, I think that maybe while Jim said his opinion wasn't racially motivated, Diddy and Big Boy might have been somewhat racially motivated in this cause.
Did they say that or no?
They didn't say that. This is just my opinion.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But Big Boy from Outkast hasn't been known to be the most politically outspoken person in the past.
They see a black guy being put to death and they want to stand up and...
Yeah, and there's an ounce of doubt. They're going to be the guys to say, whoa, you know.
Doesn't mean anything. Who cares?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of shitty, but he wasn't a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, he was, like we said, he was at least an accessory to murder, if not a murderer.
Yeah, wasn't he fucking pistol whipping a guy for a beer? Some homeless guy for a beer?
That's
Jesus.
how it started.
So he did, but he definitely did that.
Well, the story goes that the man was pistol whipping this homeless man because they got into a fight about a beer. This off-duty police officer who was working as a security guard at a Burger King, so you know you're in a good neighborhood.
Yeah.
When you need a security guard at a Burger King.
Yeah.
No, that's never the sign of a good neighborhood.
Oh.
Literal Jim.
Okay, good. Sorry.
So the off-duty police officer comes over to try and break up the fight, and Troy Davis allegedly...
So, but Troy Davis definitely was the guy pistol whipping the homeless guy.
That's what they say, but...
Okay, so that's whoever was pistol whipping the homeless guy shot the cop.
Right, and then there's no fucking gun. What happened to the gun? What were you pistol whipping with? The back of your fucking...
Never found the gun.
The hard part of your thumb?
This is like Clue.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, the intrigue.
Yes.
There must
Colonel
have been
Troy
a gun there.
with the gun in the piss-stained alley.
Yeah. Brian wants to say something. I don't know where he's from. Brian, you're on the Opie and Anthony show, as it were.
Yes.
Hey, you guys got to get your facts straight. There were 23 state witnesses that presented evidence that they saw him shoot the guy. The 7 people that recanted of the 9 were all friends of Troy Davis. You guys got your fucking facts
from
Amnesty International.
No, he didn't.
No, I got my facts from Yahoo News.
I got my facts
I'm not getting shit from Amnesty International.
I got my facts from Lib Travis over here.
But we're actually saying...
We're Air Force.
We're saying that we don't know.
Yeah.
Away from
There were why? How come every article says there were 9 witnesses?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
9.
Where's 23?
Agenda with the media. This guy was, to Jimmy's point,
No, it's the media's agenda.
All right, but dude, hold on. You're saying 23 witnesses. Maybe you're right, but don't act like we don't have our facts when everywhere is saying 9. Where is saying 23? If you're right, I'll say you're right. I just don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Pull up Ann Coulter's article last night, who's a lawyer.
All right, look, Brian, I mean, if you're going to say that Travis is biased for looking at Amnesty International, don't you think Ann Coulter might have a slight bias?
She leans a little right.
We're looking at 2 ends of the spectrum here, Brian.
You're arguing a point, but she's a fucking lawyer that can review cases, and she did. She went through all 187 pages of it.
She has a slight agenda.
Yeah, she probably did, though, and she is a lawyer.
Yeah, I mean, she's not a dumb woman.
23 witnesses that presented it. 7 of those people were his friends that recanted post-case.
Okay.
You can't argue that fact.
There were a total of 23 witnesses to one or both of the shootings.
What do you mean, to one or both?
Of his shootings.
Oh,
the one that he was previously convicted
okay, the
for.
one he was previously convicted of. So on this case...
So you get your facts straight.
There was only 9 on this case.
Yeah.
So, and the other ones are not up to... So there's, 14 for
probably 14 for the other one. So obviously he was a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not up for debate whether or not he was a shitty guy and whether or not he should not be in society.
So, Brian, what's your comment on that?
He hung up.
Why would he hang up?
I don't know. I guess he thought we were done.
Brian, we'll call back because Travis just raised the point that you didn't have your fact. There's nothing worse than somebody going, get your facts straight when they don't have their facts right.
Get your facts straight, hang up before they realize.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm talking about. Joe in Buffalo, you're on O&A.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Joseph.
Hey, listen, stupid window. There was physical evidence. The bullet that they pulled out of the cop matched the bullet that Troy Davis had used in a gun in a previous crime that he was convicted of.
Okay.
So they know it was his gun that shot the cop. And the witnesses that changed their testimony, they didn't say that he didn't shoot the cop. They just softened their testimony. Well, we're not sure.
Yeah, that's what. There may be a lot of that guilt you were talking about.
What happened? Why was he on the street if he was convicted of another fucking murder?
I don't think it was necessarily a murder. It was just a shooting.
Oh, okay.
It was a robbery.
Oh, okay.
See, that's,
Okay.
that's what I keep saying. It's tough because this guy obviously wasn't a good guy.
It's a fucking,
you know.
Yeah, it seems
just
like,
because you didn't find the gun, you know, you still the casings matched.
Yeah,
you know.
If he didn't do it, his friend took his gun and did it. And he probably shot the cop.
Don't you wish it was Troy Kwan we were talking about?
It's a Quanspiracy.
I just have questions about this shooting. That's all I'm saying. I just have questions.
The callers call up, and instead of we're saying, yeah, maybe you're right. Look, I don't have the answers. Just the questions.
You know, I just don't have time to investigate it.
Oh, I would love to see. Although we would ask Troy for his opinion. I haven't done the research. I don't know.
I'm just saying that we might not know what happened. We probably don't know what happened that night.
You know where the murder weapon is?
Where?
Harp.
Harp. Mark in New York.
Hello.
Hi,
What's up,
Mark.
Mark?
It's Rob, but that's all right.
Okay.
You guys were talking about when this guy was pistol whipping him, that they never recovered the gun. You know, back in the 90s, early 90s, when we had the crack epidemic in New York, you know, we always had a saying that the gun never hit the floor, because you could be chasing a guy, he throws the gun, you chase him half a block, you come back, that gun is gone, it's in the wind. So just because they don't have the gun, that doesn't mean he didn't have it that time.
No, that's true. We just think that, you know, it's easier if they had it, but I don't think that makes him innocent.
I'm starting to think he was probably guilty.
Probably, yeah.
He probably did it. I mean, I don't know. And I don't know if it's like, it's important not to kill people, I guess, but I don't know.
It's very important.
I don't know, but I don't know if you want to, like, use all this energy and rally behind a guy that was a bum of a guy anyway.
He was a bum. It's hard. It's like the death penalty. Again, I feel poor people get it more, so that's why but I don't think it's cruel and unusual. Like fucking Amnesty International, all these groups, they say it's cruel and unusual punishment, which is against the Constitution. But I don't think it is. I just think that poor people get it more, so we shouldn't have it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely accurate because they can't afford attorneys. But I think probably protesting this guy's death penalty might have been a slight waste of time.
However, in a perfect system,
it probably was.
Where there was, like, say, the video, it was the thing if you had video of somebody doing something.
Yeah.
In a perfect system, I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
I'd be all for dismembering people while they were alive.
Yeah, I mean, torture even.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had, like, concrete evidence, like, there's no way we can come back later and say that was somebody else. But
yeah, you're listening to Legal Eagles here in the morning.
Well, look, it's a big court day for us.
It
Opie
sure
and
is.
Anthony have their case. Troy Davis, he's dead, but he
had his day in court.
He had his day. He lost.
Didn't go so good for him.
He had like 15 days in court, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot. Supreme Court did something for him they haven't done in 50 years.
But
which was consider a new trial. Way to stop the chat. Boring fact. Who cares?
Well, they considered they considered it, but then they didn't give it to him?
Yeah, I guess that they heard evidence and they found that the prosecution was right.
Yeah, I missed this whole thing too because right before I went to bed, he had like some delayed execution thing. So when I sent out the email that goes to all these guys, it was that he's alive and they're going to delay everything. And then I wake up and he's fried, or not fried rather, but he's dead. And I'm just like, oh well, now I look retarded.
I got the news prep email and it was like, oh, looks like they're they're not gonna execute him. And then I woke up dead. He's dead. He's not alive.
Well, Obama couldn't have stopped it anyway. They were trying to get Obama to intercede, but he wouldn't because it's a state issue.
Yeah.
And he couldn't have stopped it anyway.
The Supreme Court thought didn't want to give him another trial because they were like, all right, he's guilty. Like, we tried him.
Or maybe they felt that the trial, I don't even know if it was about guilt or innocence. I think that they may have felt that the trial went through properly.
Yeah. Travis, you don't like that he got killed, though?
I don't really have that big of a problem with it. But, you know, like Jim said, like, I don't have a problem with the death penalty if you know, it's 100% like, you know, this guy is guilty.
Like if there's no denying it.
Like so guilty.
Right.
Yes.
Well, Travis was a big West Memphis 3 defender for as long as I can remember.
I still am.
Because he killed the kids.
Exactly. There's no way that they did that.
Yay.
So, you know, I mean, there have been cases like the West Memphis 3 where it's been proved that there are just, you know, terrible injustices that happen. But, I mean, there's obviously more evidence that Troy Davis was a bad person.
I would have been so happy if the West Memphis 3 got out of jail and said,
we did
stupid
it.
documentary makers. Oh, Eddie Vedder. Yeah, we got you, stupid. We did it. We killed those kids.
Like, I don't know why Mumia, there's a big, in Philly.
It's Mumia, it's with a C.
I've looked at the Mumia Abu Jamal case, but I've never read it in depth. But I don't know why people are so... I think he did get kind of a shitty trial. There's a couple of things that I read I didn't like, but I still think he did it.
It's just really. I mean, I guess they killed somebody, so there's nothing more scummy than that. But it's the worst when somebody does a crime and realizes that, well, there might be a loophole somewhere, so I can just trick everybody into thinking that I was, that there was injustice against me.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just I saw a documentary recently on fucking on DNA evidence. And there's so many people that have gotten out of prison on DNA.
Yeah, that's scary.
And what bothers me is that the state is wasting all this money. Well, what they should be doing is if you're in jail and there was any doubt for a rapist or a murderer or a pedophile, and DNA can help you, any prosecutor that fights DNA evidence, and I know some fucking dickhead convicts will use it just to drag things out and delay it, but any prosecutor that fights DNA evidence in a case like this should just be fucking thrown off the prosecution force, whatever it is.
Do you get badges if you're on the prosecution force?
And we're trying to have serious conversation.
I realized I didn't know where it was going. I was going to say shot, but I realized that was too harsh.
Maybe disbarred?
Disbarred, yes. Thank you.
You are no longer welcome on the prosecution force.
That's like the shitty rip-off copy of the Justice League.
The prosecution force.
Just lawyers in capes.
A bunch of women with awful tits and perms named Marsha flying around.
Rob in New Jersey.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So, listen to this whole debate on the death penalty. My uncle, his name was Peter Voto, was killed by Thomas Trantino back in the 60s. It was called the Night at the Angel Lounge in Lodi, New Jersey.
Is that confirmed, or are you making accusations?
No.
No. It was confirmed. He was convicted of it. His partner was killed in New York City. They found him in a hotel and straightened him out quick. But this friggin' animal, he gets a death penalty. Then all of a sudden New Jersey overturns the death penalty and says, okay, no, life imprisonment. And then they let him out on parole. So explain that.
Well, they should have had life without parole.
Yeah.
The life without parole, was that an option when that was done?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why they got
parole.
How can you go from death penalty to having a paroled sentence?
I don't know.
So he only got out because they did away with the death penalty, not because there was new evidence.
On death row. Then they converted his sentence to life imprisonment, and they put him not even in a jail cell. He was in a friggin'. I mean, if you look up, there's actually video. Like he did videos. He wrote a book, and they put him in like a camper or some kind of mobile home on the jail and shit. He married his lawyer.
Oh my!
Which
So he had a happy life.
Yeah, that's sickening. I mean, I'm not talking about that.
How long did he do?
Yeah. 3 months.
He was in jail for like 30-something years. I mean, he's like 67 years old now. I mean, I got a good mind to just go find him and take care of business for my family. But
no, he still should just die in jail, though. I mean, if you kill somebody, you should die in jail.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not a matter that he killed him like a friggin' firefight. Like he jumped the cops coming into a bar, took their guns, pistol whipped them, stripped them down their underwear, and shot them in the back of the head.
Jesus, and now he's writing books.
How do you
stuff?
beat up 2 cops and take their guns? How the fuck?
One cop was a rookie. They were responding to a noise complaint. And it turned out that they'd been high on drugs, the 2 criminals, and they had stole some money from the mob or some crap. And so the rookie was outside, and my uncle went into the police, into the bar, and they were behind the door. So when they came into the bar, they got him from behind. The rookie went in without no weapon, came back out, called for backup, went back in to help his partner, and he killed both cops.
He killed 2 cops.
2 cops, yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's when you hear a case like that. On a moral level, I firmly believe those guys should both just be shot in the fucking head for doing that
immediately.
Yeah, my argument against death penalty is not about not thinking it's right. It's just I just don't trust our system enough to know that only guilty people will get it.
I agree. And especially from 20, 30 years ago, people have been on death row for 10, 15 years. Yeah, okay, fine. Maybe convert their sentence to life imprisonment, whatever it costs, and make them sit there and rot.
If the prosecutions were going out in the cases where it's a little iffy and actually being the ones fighting to get DNA to make sure, I would have a lot more faith in it. Like if the state was making 100% sure that they hadn't fucked up in the past.
Yeah.
But when they're fighting things like the Memphis 3 because the prosecutors don't want to look bad, it's hard to have faith in their judgment.
I think you just called them prosecutions.
Did I?
Yep.
Well, I like to pluralize. Did I call them prosecutions or what they have done was prosecutions?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, exactly. No, I didn't. I probably fucked up. Well, E-Rock, could you go back and get that, please? We have to make sure if a mistake was made on this program.
One of us just made a mistake.
One of us made a mistake.
We have to find out who did it. We have our own case to deal with.
Yes.
Here on the Opie.
A heavy case.
Yeah.
This guy was forced out of prison. I'm reading about this guy that he just called in. A 3-member panel of the New Jersey Superior Court ordered the Department of Corrections in June 2000 to release Trantino within 30 days and to immediately transfer him to a halfway house on the basis of their finding that the parole board's decisions in the case were unreasonable. So
unreasonable. He killed 2 cops.
Yeah.
It was unreasonable. And they had a weapon, a conviction, confession, everything. And it was unreasonable to keep him in jail.
In its ruling, the court stated that he had satisfied the terms of release and did not pose a danger to commit any further crimes once paroled.
Now look up what he did 5 years, like 3-4 years ago, when he beat the shit out of his girlfriend.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Well, he was better though. I thought he's all fixed.
Yeah, no, that can't be true because
that's
he was
rehabilitated.
Yeah, he
that's
was
legal nonsense. I guarantee that's just legality because the terms of life in prison were probably X amount of years to life, and he probably had offended in jail, so they probably had to let him go. Not saying it's right.
Well, he was. She
got life without parole.
His sentence was commuted to a single life sentence. He was eligible for parole in '77 after serving 15 years in jail.
When did he get out?
2002.
After
2000.
30.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Somewhere in there.
All right, thanks, man.
2002. Yeah,
Thanks
wow.
a lot.
This is
the guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Do you want to
And he
see?
didn't go quietly away. Then he got arrested again for beating the crap out of his girlfriend. Or I don't know what the hell happened.
I thought he was rehabilitated.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
Well, anytime, let's be honest here. Anytime someone beats their girlfriend, it's wrong. But I always want to know what she was saying first.
Right, like what did she do to
Let's
cause
not
this?
jump to conclusions.
Thanks, Rob.
Was she's talking during the game?
Yeah.
All right.
You want to see who made the mistake? Eric's got the clip.
Of course he does. If the prosecutions were going out in the cases,
I made the mistake.
Yes, yes. If the prosecutions,
they're called the prosecution force.
I'm not used to talking this early, this much.
Yeah.
I usually get going at like fucking 8 o'clock when I have my coffee. I wake up. Yeah.
Boom.
You know what? Boom. You got your eggs, your coffee, your mind goes boom, dude. Open and talk. You just relax. Boom.
Rocco.
Fucking idiots on Metafest. Farting up a storm.
This guy's a piece of shit.
Who, Rocco? You didn't even talk to him.
Piece of shit.
Bob?
This guy, Trantino.
Hello?
Oh, the guy who just hang on a sec, Rocco. The guy that
I'm reading about when he was released from jail again after beating his girlfriend.
Yeah,
and he's released, but he was
released. Wait, he went back to jail, and then he was released again.
Yeah,
oh.
But he was still a little cranky, complaining that he cannot shake the cop killer label he carries for the murder of 2 police officers 41 years ago.
Oh my! I just can't shake this.
Just,
one-hit wonder, I guess. Rocco.
All right, do you guys think that if he got life in jail and he actually wanted to get, executed, he should get executed? Like, what do you think the worst penalty?
Like when guys who want castration, pedophiles.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say because a part of me thinks yes, and a part of me thinks like you can't do suicide by cop and you can't do suicide by state. I don't know. It's a tough question. I never thought of it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you have because you can't go case by case every single time. You have to. I mean, I would think there might
Some
be one.
people would rather just be killed.
Yeah, but I think you have to just deal with that to kill the people who need to be killed.
And lawyer men's might not allow that to happen.
Yeah.
And lawyer men's and prison peoples might fight that. I don't know.
There's an Indian, Andrew the Indian, who wants to tell us about the old Indian way of handling.
And by the way, they won't let you hang yourself. And they take your shoelaces. The state has a certain responsibility for you once you're in incarceration. This way they can't kill you and blame it on suicide.
Yeah, but I've seen Oz, and I know they can get around that.
I know, me too. Remember out of BC? Whose stick didn't get hard when he walked in the room? I challenge you.
Yeah, exactly, with his shirt off and his hand down his trousers.
Oh, my fucking God. If I only knew he'd be on the plane on Lost, I know I'd have taken a trip.
Andrew the Indian, you're on the show.
Yeah, how we doing, boys?
Hey,
Yeah, this, that, the other. But listen, old WNEW, what I got to say is when there was something like this happening in the tribe back in the day, people were just, that's it. They were just left. Put them out on the edge of the camp, get the fuck out of here. Just step away.
I'd take that over life in prison.
That sounds much better. Like, okay, you have
somewhere.
Yeah, you have to leave Westchester.
You got to leave. You got to leave anything. You know what you're used to. You're out. You're finished. End of story. I don't want to see you anymore. We don't want to see you anymore. You're away from everybody that held you dear.
Tough break.
We thought it was going to be a harsh, like fucking apocalypto type treatment. It's just go away now. Don't come back, you.
We're way better at punishing people.
Jimmy, check it out. When there was a divorce, if the wife wanted to move her old man out, she just put his moccasins outside the teepee. No jokes. But if he wanted to get rid of her, he could cut her nose off, cut the tip of her nose off. End of story, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but then how would she smell things?
I don't know.
I love the enthusiasm of Andrew, who's telling these like stories that like he's giving an example of the death penalty that's much easier than ours, but he's telling it in a way to make it sound like it's this mega thing. Like, they made him leave. They couldn't come back.
He's saying with enthusiasm and muster.
On the Patrice tip, why? My question is, why are the cops always right? Why is the state always right?
They're not.
Maybe Mumia wasn't wrong. Maybe, who knows, man? We're all fucked up. But anyway, Patrice, I love you. Jimmy, I love you.
Patrice is not here, sir.
Yes, he is. That's me. I'm Patrice O'Neill.
I know he's not there, but still, I love him.
Oh, okay. I love Patrice as well, but I love him more when he's here, not when he's a fucking mist in the air and a memory.
You don't love him enough to just randomly say, you know who I love?
Yeah, I like to thank him in the middle of real conversations I'm having about other things. That was a funny example, though. Like, their death penalty sucks, the Indians, but they have a horrible way of dealing with, like, any type of domestic dispute. Like, if you kill people, they just go, now, don't look at this anymore.
Yeah.
But if you fucking talk while the game is on, your husband can cut your clit off and soccer kick it.
Beautiful society.
Yeah. But thank you. Same joke, Taurus.
It's funny. Will in Houston.
Will in Houston. What's he Will in Houston do? I don't think he had a problem with something.
I just wanted to call up and tell you guys about Robert Durst, the guy, the real estate mogul's son in Galveston, who admitted in court to dismembering his victim with a paring knife, 2 saws, and an axe, and he got off on self-defense.
Well, what were they coming at him with?
I think capital. I don't know what the murder charges were, but they were trying to convict him of murder, and he got off on self-defense after admitting in court dismembering the guy.
Well, maybe he was in a lot of danger.
Maybe he killed him in panic, and maybe that guy's limbs were jostling around.
Flailing
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know. Check your facts, Will.
It might be an easier defense when you can hire the best defense attorney, and your dad's a giant real estate mogul worth billions of dollars.
It could be, but
it helps.
Could be what Jim said too. You don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Will.
The more money you have, the more you can spend. Good point, Jim.
But I mean, it's not always the most expensive lawyer that's going to do the trick. For instance, today, Club Soda Kenny.
Yes, right.
He's going to be the guy who goes into that courtroom.
He'll be the dumbest lawyer.
Yes. Club Soda Kenny's going to go in because the reason Opie and Anthony aren't here, as if you're just tuning in.
Yes, they're both dead. It's very sad.
Yeah.
They're found in a lover's tryst together in a vehicle.
Jim and I have never been happier because we're taking this gig full time now.
They were found, and look, not to disrespect their memories, but they both had their pants around their ankles and their hands on each other's penises, and it was just a tragic accident. They didn't realize the garage door was closed and the car was running.
I mean, that happens sometimes, but at least they left us like they would want to have left us,
Just tugging each other's puds.
Tragic edging accident.
Yeah, they said that Anthony was found with his head against the window and his hands up in the slow down motion. He was apparently telling Ope to slow down.
Ope was known as aggressive sexually.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Quick jerk McGillicuddy was his nickname around the office. We kind of kept it under our hats.
I mean, there were a few times where there was, physical incidents, scarring would come in, and we knew what was going on. We just never thought that it would get to this point.
We never thought that tragedy would strike. We had warned the boys many times to always open because they like to have the music really loud, like in casinos, so nobody could hear them jerking each other off.
Exactly.
God bless their souls.
They will be missed. On that note, we'll take a break and be right back. We should try to get one of them on the phone if they're awake.
Opie's awake.
They're dead.
Yeah, or not dead.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Sam, for blowing the big. Sorry. The Twitterverse going.
I know. Everybody was going for it. We'll be back.
Virus. Sirius XM.
The Opie and Anthony show, kind of.
Sans Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, Opie and Anthony are taking care of the biggest legal battle in the history of New York State, possibly the country.
Yeah.
The Opie and Anthony show versus Sandy Kane. She's suing Opie and Anthony for a guitar being smashed and a hat being taken in small claims court. If nothing else, it's hilarious. But They'll be back tomorrow. Eric, have you heard from Opie at all?
Yeah, I just got a text because I asked him if, hey, do you have the hotline? Do you want to call in? And he told me to fuck off.
Well, why don't you call him on the hotline?
I did. He's not picking up.
Okay, well, I guess we won't be hearing from Opie then.
Well, you know what it is. We have Brittany Andrews in today, who I think is really hot.
Yes.
Big, giant tits. And Levi Johnston, Sarah Palin's old, almost son-in-law. Everybody knows who he is.
Yeah, apparently Brittany Andrews is now a producer-director.
Oh, is that what she's doing?
That's what it says on the sheet that Roland just gave me.
She looks very good, too.
Well,
she's still doing porn.
I guess she's... I mean,
she did fetish stuff, too. She was fucking hot, man.
I'm assuming she's producing, directing porn. I didn't really read. I'm glad that you brought that question up, because it would have been embarrassing.
Yeah, I know. I didn't do much research on her at all. I did none, I should say. I'm lying.
Zero.
Much. I did zero. Because I was too busy reading his book. And,
well, she'll probably be more of a go with the flow, let's just comment on what's in front of us interview than what's his name?
I'm trying to get a couple of questions. I want to practice my Levi interview.
All right, who do you want to be Levi?
Whoever Danny can be Levi.
Okay, that'd be great. I mean, Danny, do you want to take the role of?
I'll try. I'll do my best.
Are you going to do Playgirl?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am. I'm going to show my big Alaskan hog to everybody.
Okay. How tall is John McCain?
Oh God, not a good question. No, that's boring. How tall is John McCain?
Yeah.
No.
He met him.
Well, I know, of course he met him, but we could probably just look that up.
All right.
I mean, do you have any other...
do you fly Alaska Air more because you're from Alaska?
That's stupid, too.
I don't like these questions.
Yeah, that's a dumb question.
You know how bad I wanted to pre-record Chip calling in? We got to do a pre-record Chip someday so I can do a Chip phoner while I'm sitting here.
Oh, and you could just sit here and interview and go, I think we have a call.
We have a call.
And then Chip picks up.
Yeah, Levi, what do you got, your own jeans on or something?
You missed that I made that joke before you came in.
I didn't hear it.
Except Danny wasn't doing a character.
No, it was just completely legitimate.
It was just being
legitimate
Danny.
humor. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. There's nothing worse than when Chip repeats something you've said in real life. It's humiliating for all to hear.
Yeah.
We could set that up if you want.
Yeah, I want to do that a couple times, like, oh no, Troy is pulling Travis away. Why?
I just wanted to hear something quick.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, Troy, do you have any opinion on the Troy Davis case?
Yes.
No.
No.
You haven't done the research?
No.
No opinions, but any questions?
No.
Okay.
It's a Quanspiracy.
I don't like the way Troy's hat fits him because none of his hair is sticking out. He looks like a child.
Yeah.
Looks like a small boy.
Straight brimmed hat.
Yeah. Fucking our gang. Beat it.
I don't trust anybody.
There has been an attempt on the life of President Kennedy.
I want to see the body. No. There is an agenda with our government. We've been lied to before. No. Do you know for sure? It's a little hard to believe. I don't trust anybody. Is it the truth? I don't know.
What were you thinking?
Who hit that?
Eric.
I love Eric. Big Cole Stogie shirt. What's a Big Cole Stogie?
I don't know. It's one of these ironic throwback shirts that Lucky sells.
Sometimes Eric's wife buys his clothes for him.
Sometimes. I think all the time.
All of them.
Big Cole Stogie boy.
Stogie boy.
He's a big Cole Stogie
Eric,
boy.
Why would you wear a T-shirt with a word that rhymes with hoagie on the front of it?
And it has an adjective that describes big.
Yeah.
It's big and stogie.
And big Coles.
Big Cole Stogie.
It was yellow. I didn't read it. I just threw it on.
That's an excuse not to put it on.
Yeah, it's yellow.
Where's a yellow shirt?
To throw clam chowder on you.
No, I was just going to ask if you heard what Florence Henderson said.
That she had, yeah, I did hear that. I didn't hear her say it.
Well, she put out a book, I guess, and she was doing interviews yesterday afternoon at like 2:30 or something. But for some reason, at her age, she can't just kind of fade off into obscurity and be a TV legend. She wants everybody to know everything. And Florence Henderson said that when she was younger, she had a case of crabs.
That she got it from some politician. I think that was
somebody running for mayor. I think.
We know who she didn't get it from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I mean, what would possess you at this point in your life to be like, you know what? I need to tell the world that I one time had a case of crabs.
To sell books, because there's nothing else to talk about. You always got to reveal something to get people to talk about your book. We're all talking about Florence Henderson.
There's got to be one quote. I got to buy this book. And then you buy the book and realize the only interesting thing in the entire book is that one time she had crabs.
You realize how boring chapters are. Like, California, here I come. With an exclamation point. It's about her shitty trip to California.
Isn't it called Brady Secrets or something?
Ugh.
You know what the book is called?
Life is not a stage.
Oh, maybe that's the chapter or something. Life is not a stage. Sometimes you get crabs.
Sometimes you let a donkey fuck you in your private life. Not necessarily just in front of people in Tijuana.
She just wanted to cash in on everybody thinking of wholesome Mrs. Brady fucking some guy giving her crabs.
At least that's a juicy tidbit. I hate these fucking Brady books because none of them ever reveal anything.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike Lookendlin revealed that one time Robert Reed said shit because his coffee spilled. Ooh.
He cussed.
Ooh.
Or the Saved by the Bell tell-all that stupid Screech came out. There was just lies. Like, he wrote, like, Zach and Kelly was in a threesome with the show producer, and Slater used to hook up with, like, and then, you know, Lisa would fuck everybody on staff, and there's this whole list of things that Screech, I mean, they had to be made up because nobody gave them any credibility.
I kind of like the fact that at least he wrote interesting stuff, though. If you're going to lie, make it good.
Yeah, it was interesting.
She said she woke up to little black things crawling over her bed and body.
It's Anthony's worst nightmare. Wow.
Henderson immediately went to a doctor who helped her get rid of the creepy crawlers. And
creepy crawlers?
Well,
I have creepy crawlers on my vagina.
Please isolate that too.
And Lindsay, the mayor's name was John Lindsay.
What was he the mayor of?
He was
Crab Town or something, right, Travis?
No,
New York City.
How would anybody laugh at that?
Wait, the mayor of New York gave her crabs?
John Lindsay,
Is that Lindsay?
Former mayor of New
That's
York
a pretty
City.
good fucking
It's a
story.
nice little
From
tidbit.
66 to 73.
Wow. Mike Bloomberg got my ass hairs greasy.
But this guy gave her.
You put a pedestrian plaza in your asshole.
Yeah, he put potted plants on my balls. Help. Theo LaGuardia made my cock swell. He stepped on it with the heel of his lifts.
Is Lindsay still alive?
No, Lindsay died in 2000.
So he went from 70.
And gosh, noshed on her pussy.
He went from 73 to 2000, thinking, oh, nobody's ever going to find out about it. And then Florence Henderson has to embarrass the rest of his surviving family by announcing he had crabs and gave it to her.
He sent her flowers and an apology letter.
Oh, he knew. That's hilarious. Got the med cock. Sorry, babe.
Yeah.
I bet they made that Brady Bunch tinkle-inkle noise. Yeah. When they walked on her pussy.
Have you never had crabs, have you?
I've had it 3 times.
You have? Oh.
Yes, of course.
Because Ron Jeremy always said that's the only STD that he ever got.
Yeah.
Is crabs. Because I remember you saying that as much as you have had sex with hookers with no condoms, crabs is the only thing you've gotten.
Crabs I got 3 times, twice from the same girl in a week. This black girl I fucked when I was 19.
But to get crabs twice in a week, that means you have to be cured and then get them again.
Yeah, she wasn't really, I knew I had them, I felt them the next day, like I felt something and I looked down, and it's really a violating feeling when there's insects on your pubes, because I have awful straight pubes like a Chinese man's hair.
Yeah.
My pubes are an abomination.
And you can see them.
Of course you can, they're black,
The
and you
crabs.
pull it off and the little legs were going.
Wrong one.
Those little tinkle toes.
No.
So I pulled the crab off, and I went and got Rid medication, which is it's like a weird shampoo, and you have to run this comb through your balls to get the nits and eggs. And you have to
They're laying eggs in your pubes?
You have to hot wash everything really hot. And there was no recurrence, but a week later I fucked the same girl again. I had a feeling she gave them to me, but I
had a feeling.
I wasn't a pussy getter at 19.
So you're like, well, I'll just use the shampoo again.
But I went home. It's amazing my dick stayed hard for that. I really was a trooper when I was 19.
Yeah.
And I went home and I saw one of my pubes. But I already had, so I'm like, okay, it was her who gave them to me.
You're like, look, it's probably her. That makes the most sense. But I'm not going to jump to conclusions. Let me do a little investigating.
Let me fuck her again and see if I can reinfect.
And you cured yourself of crabs, and then you just went and caught them immediately again.
But it wasn't bad the next time because I just I hopped right in the shower with the shampoo and and I was gone. And then years later, maybe 4 or 5 years later, this girl I was dating shaved her pubic hair. So I think she cheated on me and got them.
Yeah.
And then I wound up getting them, but I think I was just starting stand-up, so I was like, it might have been from a hotel or something, or she didn't know where she got them.
From a hotel?
She cheated on me, I think, and got them.
I bet she did.
Which is fine.
Well, at this point, I think you're probably moved
I'm
past
over
it.
it. And that's why I like that all chicks should shave their pussies.
Well, I was going to say that if you just shave your pubes, you'd get rid of them, right?
Yeah.
So you would
have to shave it. No, they could be in your ass hair or your legs.
Oh, God.
Or your fucking eyebrows.
Did you ever get crabs?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
I'd
that
love
was always
you too. And that beard.
How great
Wonderful.
would that be?
That's something that I was thinking of, because I mean, you could shave your pubes and balls and stuff, but I mean, you know, a lot of people have body hair that's, I'm sure, perfectly capable for crabs to live in.
Crawl into your ass and nipples.
I hate to be Greek and have crabs in my back hair. How fucking awful. You know how much fucking like Egyptians and Palestinians must hate crabs? I don't know if they're hairy or not. Some Egyptian will call it, I'm as smooth as butter.
See, does that mean Florence Henderson had to take Raid shampoo?
Raid.
Raid. It should be Raid. It's bug spray.
I bet you she has really long ass hair and she had to comb it out.
She had to comb through her.
Eve Plum had to come in and trim her asshole hair. And Ann B. Davis yanked them out and fed them to Sam. That's the sound of the dead crabs hitting the toilet.
Yeah.
As she punched herself in the pussy. Yeah, that's them marching off her clit into the toilet.
And their dad had to sit the kids down and explain to them, your mom has crabs.
Yes. Well, you remember that free trip to New York we all took? Well, that didn't come without a price.
Yeah, luckily, I don't mind if your mom cheats on me.
Exactly, because he fucked me in the ass, too.
Yeah. So your mom has crabs in her vagina. Mine are in my asshole.
Yes, and mine are in my poofy perm.
Yeah.
That's my hair that was amazing in Roots.
Do they crawl up your whole body?
I imagine if enough time goes by...
Like if you don't wash?
You can get them everywhere.
But you'd notice, I guess, right away. But if you just kind of pretended they weren't there and you just showered regularly...
No way.
You wouldn't get rid of them.
No, because they burrow into your balls. Like, but you can pull them out. Like, they're not...
Like little ticks
They're
or
not like
something?
ticks. No, I think they come out... I remember pulling one out, and I'll never forget the legs going and pulling one off my pubes.
Ugh.
And it was fucking violating, man.
Yeah, because you have little bugs just crawling on you. They must feel like they're inside you.
But they're not, to me, they're not nearly as bad as, like, bed bugs would be. Because crabs are get-rid-ofable. Like, all you gotta do is throw out your fucking sheets, or, like, they're not gonna infect your whole house like fleas or nits. But they're just gross.
Even, like, I feel, even when you put new sheets on your bed, don't you just feel like they're there still?
I don't remember. I think I just really hot washing my sheets were okay. Bed bugs would freak me out a lot more.
What about lice?
Never had them. But again, kids would get them in school.
Yeah.
But
my sister had lice when she was a kid because she had hair that was long enough to, like, sit on.
Ugh.
So she had really long hair, and she ended up getting lice when she was, like, in second grade or first grade or whatever. And the whole house was just covered in plastic. 'Cause she ended up cutting all of her hair off.
Yeah, fucking lice are awful. You just don't want them.
But crabs are worse.
No, I think lice are worse because lice are... I think, don't lice jump?
Yes. Lice jump.
Crabs don't. Crabs just grab onto your balls and drink. Crabs are like actually good chicks.
Somebody said, are crabs just lice that live in your pubes? Like, do lice travel off your head?
I guess. I mean, I don't think it's a hobby.
Like, go down to it.
Yeah, they'll pack and leave your cock to go somewhere for a weekend.
Going up north for the vacation.
Yes, we're vacationing in Bob's asshole.
I just pictured crabs in Danny's beard.
I can't stop thinking about
up his chest and up his neck hair and into his beard.
And it just keeps itching while he's trying to talk.
He's doing show prep in the office without realizing there's little bugs falling out of his beard.
They're fucking getting stuck in the phone as he talks.
If he had crabs in here, if anybody had crabs in here, and they fell out of his beard, like onto his keyboard, would we be in danger of crabs for sharing an office?
Nah, I don't think so. You'd see them. You can get them from a toilet, though, I think.
I've heard that, yeah. Where do they live off of, though?
I mean, if there's someone before you, uses it right before you. I imagine the porcelain is hard for the little guys to hold on to, because they're like skin and hair.
Do they hurt when they bite?
No. They just tickle. Because their little feet are going like on your balls.
You feel it?
Of course.
Oh.
That's how I knew I had them. You itch.
And you can, you're
scratching because they're walking.
You feel like there's bugs moving on your groin.
Yeah.
And then you look down and see
you can see
there
them.
Are bugs moving on your groin.
A lot of times you'll see them and they're in the very base of where they are is where the hair meets your skin.
Oh.
And you'll see a black bump and you're not sure if it's just a hair bump and you pull it out and you go, oh no. That wasn't just a hair bump.
I mean, pardon the interruption of crabs talk for a second, but Kenny, are you...
Speaking of crabs, you should have said.
Have you ever had crabs?
I don't have any STDs.
I mean, I'm not asking if you have. Have you had? I mean, crabs is something you get rid of.
I said I've never had
That's not what you said.
STDs.
You said I don't have any.
I've never had any.
Oh, okay. Are you headed down to the courthouse?
You have to have a sexual relation to get those.
I hate your double-tied manila envelope. It's got the 2 red things on it with the string between them.
It's secured.
That's the evidence.
It's all right here.
Oh my God! You're gonna set our boys free today.
Yes, I am leaving now.
I hope he gets them fucking like 8 years in real prison.
Yeah, it's just.
If that's illegal to shoot a hat. To shoot a hat that has been defecated in some old law, like the Western days.
He's just going to get everybody in contempt of court.
No, what do you think? I'm going to be like Al Pacino in that movie?
What movie?
I don't know. What movie was that?
I'm not helping you.
So are you headed down there?
Yes, I'm going to get to talent, and then, the defendants,
and
then we're going down there.
Where's Ant?
We're doing some trial preparation.
Why? No, meaning where are you? I know where Opie lives. You picking Opie up? Are you picking Ant up there, or is he meeting you down there?
Kenny has it like
it's not a secret.
He won't give information that is not.
Oh, I forgot. Okay.
Like you could just say, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I hope I'm not incriminating everybody. Ant stayed in the city last night. That's right.
What?
I know you didn't want the information to be out there.
In the same city that he's going to court in?
New York.
Kenny, how could you let that leak out?
New York City, and I'm sorry that I let this out before the trial began.
Anthony's in the Big Apple. Oh, great.
That's right.
Yeah, there's
Kenny just stares at the microphone.
He just shrugged to the microphone pretty much.
You could have just said the words, I don't know. That would have helped somewhat.
Yeah, where is
audible
he?
medium.
I'm leaving now.
All right. Well,
Nice.
Best of luck, and please
call with updates.
Call in, yeah, because Opie told E-Rock to go fuck himself when E-Rock asked if we wanted to get an update. I haven't had the balls to call Ant.
Good one.
So yeah, we would love to hear from you guys. Even if Opie and Anthony don't want to talk, just to hear from you would be a blessing.
I'll put status updates on shitty Facebook.
Why don't you just call in?
I hate the new fucking Facebook.
You do. You've gotten more angry as the days progress.
It just annoys me.
Why don't we get Zuckerberg on the phone?
Eric,
Sam.
can you get me Zuckerberg?
I'll see what I can.
I could actually get Zuckerberg.
You
He's
could.
in one of my shows, yeah.
Zuckerberg did?
No, I lied. I just wanted to see what that would feel like to say.
I could actually
That a big shot came to see me.
Everyone was really excited all of a sudden.
No, it was actually Ted Zuckerberg. It was a different guy.
Jim, I'm a big fan of your comedy.
I have Facebook, but there's a comma between. They're different sites. Bull.
Face, comma, book.
How do you visit that URL?
Facebook.com.
Well, Kenny, Godspeed to you today. I know that Opie and Anthony are going to come out unscathed because Club Soda Kenny, attorney at law, is on the case.
Don't misrepresent.
Yeah.
Well, you're acting as an attorney.
I'm not an esquire.
Fair enough. Well, what can we call you then?
Well, I do have certain kind of professional licenses, but that is not one of them.
All right, well, you're acting as an attorney today.
No, I can't act.
You're filling the role.
They're acting as their own attorneys.
So what are you doing with all that evidence in your hand?
I'm like a legal aid.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, good luck. You won't need
I like
it.
the other kind as well.
You like that?
All right. Have fun with the show.
Thank you. And I hope we hear from you.
Bye.
Real quick before we move fully on from crabs.
Yes.
A couple of people wanted to share their stories. Gordon in South Carolina.
Hey, how are you guys? Jimmy, like you, I was 19 when I first got crabs. Unfortunately, however, it was my first time having sex. I actually lost my virginity and got crabs in return. And I was still living at home with my parents, so I didn't have any money. But I found some dog shampoo, flea and tick shampoo, under the sink in the bathroom. And believe it or not, it actually worked, and I got rid of the crabs using dog shampoo.
Wow.
Well, I mean, let that be a lesson to all of you out there with crabs.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just get some dog shampoo. Dugan in New Jersey.
Good morning, boys.
Hello,
I
Dugan.
have some fun crab facts. That there's actually two types.
Thank God. I was just thinking that the Jam Show with Jim and Sam, or what, Jam in the Morning, whatever they called this show, didn't have enough crab fun facts. We had stories. No fun facts.
You should go on a menu in like an Arby's.
Fun facts about crabs.
Yeah, there's pube crabs and there's head lice.
Yeah, we know that.
I mean, I know they both exist.
Yeah, I know those. That's not a fun fact.
Head lice and pube crabs, yeah.
Yeah, but pube crabs stay in your pubes. They don't leave. They don't crawl like other places. That's why you got head lice and pube crabs.
But what about in your asshole, like Jim suggested?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the nether regions.
Okay, so they will crawl in the taint area.
Yeah.
But what if you're a hairy guy and your hair kind of... I mean, there are guys who have enough hair that it kind of connects...
They probably like the warmth of your crotch and asshole.
Especially if you wear, like, tighty whities.
Yeah, and especially if you're, like, say you're an ethnic, like you're from the Mediterranean. You have nice, warm, hot balls and ass cheeks.
Yeah, and just cozy in your briefs.
Well, I imagine if your whole body smells like ass, they might like that.
Maybe.
Thanks, boys. Punching out.
Yeah, bye.
All right, thanks. Props to Kenny. No, Kenny's not here anymore.
I'm not an esquire.
Kenny, he has a way of saying things that are both hilarious and completely derailing.
Yeah.
Like you laugh at what he says, but there's no place to go after what he says.
Nowhere.
I mean, he does nothing.
I wanted to mention something from yesterday, too.
Oh, yeah.
We were asking why we couldn't get Jonah Hill in studio. And, we don't have an answer. I don't think it was him personally. I think it was probably, I don't think he said fuck Opie and Anthony. I think it's just...
No, I mean, I talked to Roland, and he said that it's Roland's understanding that he had a limited amount of time to do some stuff. He did a bunch of TV. He's been a Howard fan forever, and he's never done Howard, so he did Howard.
I have no issue with... I don't think guys should be... You guys, like the fans, we appreciate you guys being loyal, but you don't have to attack the guy on Twitter, because it wasn't like he said anything bad about the show. Or said he didn't want to do the show anymore. I wish he would have come in a few minutes early.
Yeah,
there's a balance because I do other shows when I'm on the road, and I wouldn't blow off a show that I had been loyal to do any other show.
Yeah,
I would try to do both. There's a way to do both.
Yeah, I think there is. I mean,
but don't kill the guy on Twitter is what I'm saying.
Because I mean, yeah, let him have his day in court.
Yeah.
If we're theming the show, because he did last time he was in here, the first thing he said was, "You guys are great. You guys had me on before anybody else would." Like, he remembers the show. So it's like he didn't come in this time. He should have.
Yeah.
But he didn't. I'm sure he'll come in next time.
The hard thing about it's a really weird line we walk, because radio has egos like everybody else. But Roland had been, it wasn't like it was a last minute trip. And oh yeah, he just decided to go in and do that and he didn't have time or whatever. Roland said he had been trying to get him and he couldn't. And he was repeatedly told no.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, again, I think that was probably somebody on his, I would say, team or one of those people behind the scenes probably just going, no, he's just doing this. But it's like, why would you just have to do that, like, instead of a show that's taking care of you?
Yeah,
I still wish he would have come in, but I'm saying don't kill a guy.
Yeah, he's, plus, I mean, a lot of it probably has to do with he doesn't make his own schedule.
But I can't see myself going to Seattle and blowing off BJ Shea.
Yeah.
Who's a friend of mine who's taking care of me when I was there for any radio show. Or I can't see myself blowing off Toucher and Rich in Boston. Or any of the guys that were good to me.
Like, I'm sure that he knows we're here in New York. He may not remember that we're in the same building as Howard Stern.
He knows.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. People always know. You could forget at times. Yeah, you know what? I've gone to studios and not realized that I was in the same building I was in the last time I was in town.
Especially because he hasn't done Howard, so that whole wing of the building was foreign to him.
But when you're a fan of Howard and you come into this building and you know he broadcasts right there.
You're right.
He knows. No one doesn't know where Howard works.
You're right.
So I kind of wish he would have come in. And also, we've been bitching about a video element to the show. This is where it kind of hurts because the video department here is small.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday we have Amy Schumer on, and she's great as always. She's very funny. And she's talking about something that's topical. It's in the news. It's like, the Ryan Dunn joke and her reaction to it. And she had mentioned it on a couple late night shows, but we have her here in studio. We're filming it, and we have nowhere to go with the video.
Yeah.
It's just really, this is a media company, and they do a great job with a lot of things, but their video department just is not up to speed. They probably should get another person, because if somebody's out for whatever reason...
Or even,
it slows down.
If it's just a matter of editing video, I don't see there's any reason why they can't bring on a couple web team interns and just edit. Like, there are lots of college kids who know how to edit video.
That's a missed opportunity, and what happens is when you miss opportunities, it's like, this company's all about getting press. Like, they hire people to get press, it's smart.
Yeah, we should be all about getting press.
You should be getting press, because it's free. But when you have chances like this and you miss them, it's like, not that the Amy Schumer thing is dead, but the more time passes, the more she talks about it at other places, you're not associated with it. It's just...
Yeah, and I mean, and people do have an extremely short-term memory.
I was about to say, the attention span of...
is very short.
Of people who visit sites, I mean, it's nil. So you need, I mean, something like that would need to change almost on a daily, like a every other day basis for it to be relevant.
The Sheen roast was huge on Monday, big on Tuesday, still talked about on Wednesday, and today we're like mentioning it like every day.
Yeah, it gets less and less.
Yeah.
And the show does not have a proper website. But then again, I don't either. Eat a Bullet, I appreciate Paul Field did some just to work to spruce it up, and I appreciate him doing that. But I need to have a real overhaul on it, because I keep forgetting, like, the website, you do need it. But, like, all that chip TV stuff, like, I've been kind of fucking laxing on it. Like, I'm always saying to Open Air, like, you guys got to fix that website, but I'm not doing it for mine either, so it's hard to get moving on that stuff.
Opie and Anthony are developing separate websites, I know.
Are they really?
Yeah.
It's so weird with a partnership.
Yeah.
Because people think, like, does that mean the show's breaking up? No, they're not breaking up.
Because they both also have major side projects, and that's healthy. Like, you have a side project as well. It's not like when you go and do stand-up or promote your Leno gigs, it means you don't want to do the show. It means you do O&A, you do Leno, you do stand-up.
I think it's weird. Like, I would love to ask those guys, because I've never asked them, and I know them both really well. And but I've never even said to them, what is when you're part of a team, is there a part... I think what happens is, because it's like a marriage, and creatively you both are... You love doing what you do, but Opie has his life, Anthony has his life, and it's like they both have other interests, and you want to creatively... You don't want to have to call another person every time you want to do something at 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, as a comedian, your whole thing, like, that's the one performer where you're completely by yourself. Like, you write your own stuff, you go up by yourself, you do anything. Can you imagine, like, being part of a comic team? Like,
I didn't realize they were developing their own... I didn't even know that.
They are, yeah. They're developing... But, you know, and that's kind of along what they've been doing, like Anthony with the Compound stuff and Opie with the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So...
I just think they should have a site with both of them on it. And then,
yeah, I mean, I definitely think that the show needs a website.
Drive traffic to those. I don't think the individual sites are bad to have at all.
No,
I just didn't know they were doing it.
But it'd be nice. It'd be nice for the show to have a website.
They do. There's a Facebook page.
Facebook is just not the same.
Yeah, but
man.
that's it's good enough.
It's just not the same.
It's not.
No, I mean,
you need a website with the links to your Twitters and your Facebooks.
Nah, that's irrelevant.
There's a really weird thing with videos. Like, viral videos are so hard. Like, Louis has tapped into something because he's really great at doing them. I mean, like when he walked into the pool. I mean, he's just a creative fucking editor, director.
Yeah.
But like once you latch onto that, if you have one place, I mean, Opie has Opie Radio, but a website would drive more traffic than Opie Radio because more people know Opie and Anthony as a brand name.
Like,
and all those videos could be on the Opie and Anthony site.
So many viral videos don't mean anything because you watch them and they get millions of hits, but in the end, you don't know where they came from. You don't care who posted them, and you forget about them when you're done. You do need a home base. Like, you need to be able to say, oh, what's this guy from? One click away.
I found out recently, a girl I dated years ago while I was working here, and we never had, we broke up and we kind of remained casual friends. And I find out she's fucking got these online videos. They're exercise videos. But, like, they have like 800,000 hits.
Do you think they're all being watched for the exercise part?
No! She's actually really good at I don't want to say what she does, but she's really good at it. But it's fucking amazing to, like, and she has, like, this central place that everybody goes to fucking, I'm like, wow.
And that's
her
all she
videos
does?
have a lot more hits than ours
She's
do.
not famous for other stuff?
No.
Wow.
No. It's just, a lot of guys probably jerk off to him.
Yeah.
I know I have.
I would think so, yeah.
I'm like, how dumb am I?
Exactly. Before you got to the website, they each had like 50,000 views, and now they have 800,000.
But it just, I was just amazed at, like, this is what you can do on the web without a radio show even. You can have a fucking real web presence and a real fucking career without a radio show.
But you do need a home base.
You have to have a fucking home base.
Yeah. And I'm sure I could find a web guy, and there's 100 web guys who would redesign your website, but I know one specifically that would like to.
Yeah, my agent handles a lot of bands, and they have people that have been offering to do it that do it. I want to get it done. I keep saying I'm going to get it done. I just got to put the money into having it done.
Yeah. There's a couple people who are desperate to tell crap stories.
Okay, you know what? We can never get it out. And look, Brittany Andrews is coming in.
Yeah.
And she did porn and fetish. They have probably dealt with... I think Belladonna one time said she had one in her eye.
A crab?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was actually in a seafood restaurant.
Oh.
That was Jim realizing that was a Chip joke and quickly covering.
That's the best part about Chip, that like you can bomb and then real quick in the end just add a
yeah, I know. Then all of a sudden I'm a big cold stogie boy.
How is Stogie Boy in there?
He's doing okay. By the way, that's what happens when you have a big cold stogie boy is a nickname for the rare but feasible, very solid flu shit. You say I dropped a big cold stogie boy.
Eric, did you know that before you got the shirt?
It always comes back to me being fat or shit.
I'm not saying you're fat. I'm saying a big cold.
Yeah, I'm not saying that either. I'm saying that you're a fat shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dan.
Dan. We weren't going there.
I did it.
It's a fat stogie?
Oh, Travis.
Well, I think that.
No, I'm just asking.
Oh, I just want to know what big cold stogie sounds like, because I mean, I know what Eric sounds like, obviously, and I know what the virus sounds like, but I've never even heard big cold stogie.
I would love to hear it.
No.
Yeah, there's no. Opie's not here to force him to do stuff.
We technically don't carry boss juice.
Yeah, there's no way I'm doing anything, and you.
A big cold stogie, that's a flu shit that is really solid, and actually, if you step back from the bowl, it comes above the rim. That's a big cold stogie boy.
Eric, you knew that before you got it?
No, I didn't.
And they're really dark because you've been taking Pepto because you have the flu.
Oh, that's disgusting. Why is the shirt yellow, Eric? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It should be dark brown.
I just wore it because it was yellow. That's all.
Why is that a good thing? Like, why,
Exactly.
I don't have any yellow shirts, and I certainly wouldn't
Big
wear
cold
it because.
stogie boy's the sun.
Eric, I feel Eric is like, because I've got shirts that like if I wear them, I'm like, I know I'm gonna have to be prepared to explain it or take shit or at least have an argument for it. So sometimes I'll wear them, sometimes I won't, depending on my mood. There's no way that Eric thought that shirt would draw any attention, because it shouldn't. It's just Eric happens to be wearing it, and it says Stogie Boy on it.
By the way, let's take the crab calls, because I'm going to want to take a break before
Miss Brittany.
I would not like to make her wait. And,
of course not.
We may have to go right from her into Levi if he comes in after. So let's take a couple calls and take a break, and I'll make love.
All right, we got a plan for the rest of the show.
I love a plan.
Larry in Florida.
Hey, yeah. Love you, Jim. I can't stand you, Sam.
Oh, wait.
Hey,
good timing, because we got a hotline call.
Oh, hotline call. Larry should have insulted Samuel.
Put him on. Take him off hold. Take him off hold. Take him off hold. Take him off hold. Put him on hold. Let me pick him up. No.
It's a real comedy of errors here, guys.
Might not be for the air, Sam.
Oh, so why wouldn't he call a cell phone? Does that mean I have to talk to Larry after he insulted me?
Well, let's hang on. Sexman, or I'm sorry.
I haven't hung up on you yet, Larry.
Big Hole Stogie.
No, it's Kenny. He's asking Sal to go grab something from the office and bring it downstairs.
Oh, why would you call the hotline? We just... Oh, Kenny, I saw...
Hi, sir.
Larry, what do you want?
Okay, start your call over from the beginning, sir.
Yeah, repeat what you said.
Nice. That's not funny.
Okay. I love you, Jim.
Thank you.
Sam, you're all right, I guess. No, I got crabs like when I was 19, and I had no idea what they were. So I went to the
What
doctor.
could they have been? What do you think they were? Small dinosaurs?
I was a kid. I didn't know. So it was a really, really bad infestation.
Oh, okay.
So I went to the doctor, got this stuff, put it on there. About 2 weeks later, I feel this shit crawling up my chest, into my beard, and it ended up infesting in my eyebrows, too. It was so...
Oh, my God.
Yeah. They were, like, infested in my eyebrows, in my beard, in my chest. But they weren't in my pubes anymore. So Commissioner Gordon, he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. They will travel.
How do you get them?
Your hair's at.
How do you get them out of your eyebrows and beard?
Well, I used this medical shampoo that the doctor gave me, and it killed the shit in my pubes. But I didn't know that they had moved up my chest. And about a week or so later,
it chased them out like when an exterminator comes and clears your house and all the mice run to your neighbor's house. They ran up to your beard and eyebrows.
Yeah, it was pretty disgusting. I got to admit, it was like the worst thing I've ever had.
That's horrible, Larry. Horrible.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it's not anything good. If anybody gets them, go to the doctor, get them taken care of. Don't be spreading them around. And the bad thing was I was still fucking this chick about a month later, and her pubes grew back. I didn't know why she had shaved her pussy.
That's kind of the same thing that happened to me.
Yeah, she shaved her pussy. I came back. I didn't know why, and then about, a few days later, I'm infested all over the place. And she wasn't even a whore. She was a really fucking nice girl.
Yeah, but I mean, she had crabs. She was probably a little bit of a whore.
She was fucking around on me, but...
Yeah, I would think so.
You know what I was just thinking?
What's that, Dave?
Like, a lot of people, they sleep and they have pets in the house, and I'm not making any peanut butter jokes, but, dogs sleep in the same bed with people. Yeah. That's just a fact. Now, can crabs live, in your pet?
Oh, my God.
And then
Larry,
give it back to you? Could that happen?
Can crabs live in your pet?
I don't think so, because they're more... I don't know. They probably could, but they get fleas.
Crabs just like how human balls smell.
Because if the dog sleeps on the bed... But crabs don't jump, though. But they can still live on
they
the...
could, I mean, I
they
would
go on a
assume
sheet and...
If you're that close. I mean, look, if they're making it to eyebrows and shit, they could make it to your dog, right?
They can definitely crawl.
That's horrible. Oh, boy. Jim, I hope you don't mind a little controversy on the show. Because Seth says that this guy is lying. Seth.
Oh, I'm lying? Okay.
Yeah, hey, Jim, you had a beard when you were 19 for some crabs to infest there?
He means Larry, not Jim.
Larry, not me, sir.
Yes, I had a beard at 19. Why do you want me to say I'm a hairy motherfucker?
I don't know about that. Hey,
nah, that's fine. That's believable.
Yeah, I knew kids in high school.
I knew kids in junior high school with full beards.
I knew guys in other schools that had them too, right?
You're just trying to one-up
elementary,
everybody,
right?
Chip. He's trying to one-up it. Don't pay him no attention.
My elementary, my dear Watson.
You see, Dan, I told you not to pay any attention to him. Thank you, Larry.
Why wouldn't you? It's the best in the world.
No, because he just keeps going, and he doesn't realize when to leave well enough alone.
Let's go to the well or something. What, are you going to get some water? You thirsty?
I'm not. No, I'm not
Now
thirsty.
you're doing it.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, fellas, how you doing today?
Hi, Dave.
I was good until Chip showed up.
Oh, sorry about that. So I was kind of like in the same position as Jim, only I think I was a little bit more of a sex addict. I used to have hookers come into my parents' basement while they were upstairs asleep, like 1, 2 in the morning. I had like no fear of getting caught.
I did the same thing.
Really?
Yes, I had a pregnant prostitute spark up a crack pipe.
In your parents' house?
Yes, where my grandmother used to sleep before she died.
Was your mom and dad at home?
I was fast asleep upstairs, dreaming that their son wasn't garbage.
and a pregnant prostitute was smoking a crack pipe.
8 months pregnant.
Yeah, oh, my God.
Shit. No bullshit.
Oh, you have life experiences, Norton.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, so now that I've been one up, so this girl comes in. I can tell she's dirty, but does that stop me? No. I go ahead and hit it anyway. The end of the night, she's leaving. It's cold out. Not only does it cost me $150, she steals my socks. I wake up the next morning. I am itching like there's no tomorrow.
But you knew she had crabs.
No, I knew I had crabs the next morning. I didn't know she had them the next morning when I had. But man, this is an itch. It's unmistakable. You will never forget this type of itch. Jim, you remember?
Yeah.
Is it that bad?
So, oh my God, it's brutal. So, but I didn't know nothing. So I said, well, what is this? What do I do? I asked my mom.
Yes, your.
And did she tell you about when she had them?
Yeah, she was there. No, she didn't say she had them, but she was able to identify them rather quickly, which is.
Oh yeah, your mom had crabs. Your mom and Florence Henderson were fucking the mayor.
I know what these are, son. No problem. Matter of fact, I got the shampoo right here.
Yeah, exactly. It's in the cupboard. All right, thanks, Dave.
There.
Well, listen, we got a bunch of guests coming up. Brittany Andrews and then
here yet?
Levi Johnson.
Her person is here.
All right.
I don't think she is.
Laney?
Laney.
Okay, maybe.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back in a couple minutes.
I did want to, we're just putting things together because Kenny just left to go to the courthouse.
Yes.
Because as we talked about in depth yesterday, we talked about it at the beginning of the show, Sandy Kane is suing Opie and Anthony. And that's why Opie and Anthony aren't here, and Jim and me and everybody else is.
Yes, jam in the morning.
Yeah, jam in the morning. And we're jamming in the morning. And Troy did this.
Watergate 2011.
Yay! Well, I mean...
So we'll be covering that all morning long. He also, just because I guess he heard us talking, wanted to make us happy. And I think he sees the future of this show, Jim.
This is the future of radio.
And this is what he heard.
It's Jim and Sam on the Morning Jam.
That's right.
Very jazzy.
And we'll be right back with more.
I like it.
Of the Morning Jams.
Sirius XM. Sirius XM. The Virus. The Opie and Anthony Show.
What's going on? You got the production wrong. I mean, I guess this is the Opie and Anthony Show, but Jim, I mean, I didn't know if they wanted it brought to air, but you brought to air that O&A are no longer with us.
Yeah, and I think the fact that we've immediately changed the name of the show is very important. I think you should, yeah.
Okay, I'll bring it back the way it should be brought back. Eric, if we could bring down the music. As you know, Opie and Anthony died last night.
Mutually masturbating.
Mutually masturbating each other in a car with the radio loud like in Casino. Yeah. Because they leave the car on when they do
Danny
it.
said it was a case of edging gone too far.
Yeah.
Anthony was found with his face against the window and his hands in the whoa, whoa, whoa pose.
Too much. Too much. They should have had a safe word. But this is your new morning experience.
The Morning Jam with Jim and Sam.
It's about time we added a little personality to this show. Am I right, Jim?
Attaboy, Sam. Oh, I just got an amazing text.
What's that?
I had patients with crabs of the eyelids.
Oh!
The medical term for crabs is pediculosis.
Of course.
Pediculosis. It's kind of like ridiculous, but with crabs in your eyes. Fucking Steve.
Dr. Steve, of course. His show's on at Saturdays at 10 Eastern.
Weird Medicine.
As much as we talk about Dr. Steve, he barely gets a plug in.
I know. We should plug him a lot more.
Never plug his show. But I my own theory is that that's because you guys don't remember when his show is on.
I don't. I never think about it.
I probably wouldn't remember if I wasn't here on Saturdays when Dr. Steve's show would be on. But we do have Brittany Andrews coming in soon. She's on her way to the building.
Oh, is she? Okay, good. Yeah, she's not here yet. And then we have... we thought we were going to have more time with her, but she's late.
Yeah, because Levi Johnston's coming in at 9.
Yeah.
I mean, unless she just wants to sit. I mean, but we're going to ignore her if she stays in here.
For a little while, at least. But he might only have till 9:30, then we could talk to her again after if she wanted, if it goes good.
And I think Kristen Davis is going to be with her.
I like Kristen. I haven't seen her in a while.
That's the madam from New York, or the ex-madam, I don't know what she calls herself. She ran for New York governor.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in the debates with Jimmy McMillan. The rent is too damn high.
That's right. The rent is too damn high.
She was trying to go for that ridiculous ticket, like, oh my God, there's a madam running, and Jimmy McMillan just came and stole all of her thunder.
Yeah, he really did fucking... it was hard to ignore a black guy talking in cadence with white hair like that. You couldn't not pay attention to him.
What did his beard look like? Some historical figure.
Frederick
Douglass, yeah.
But no one thinks about him anymore.
No. Then that's the viral video age that we live in. Jimmy McMillan was a viral star, and now it doesn't matter that we got photos with him, does it? Who's that guy? This guy in that photo.
People will be like, who's that?
Yeah.
No one cares.
Remember, rent is too damn high? No, I don't remember.
With his dumb gloves. He was a martial artist.
Was he?
Yeah, he was an interesting guy.
He was either a martial artist or a liar. You didn't. It was one of the two. You can never be positive.
But Kristen kind of turns me on.
You like her?
I should say kind of. She turns
very much so.
Yeah, she does. She's very sexy.
Well,
Brittany Andrews, I love.
Yeah, well, they're both going to be here. And I noticed during the commercial break, you informed Travis that he'd be shooed off of his point.
I requested.
Because we had some girls coming in.
If you have two people in, you always want to have them at the console. Well, I don't like having them behind us because
What if we sandwich you? We put one of the girls in Ant's seat. I know that's sort of an in memoriam seat right now after the edging incident gone wrong.
And I would sit where Ant sits, but I'm just comfortable being here and talking to them on my right. I mean, that's just where... It's like when I would get escorts. Prostitutes, I would always get them in the right side of the car. They would have to lean in.
Well, you explain that to them when they get here. See, I was going to sit you on the other side, but it's like escorts. I feel more comfortable with you here.
Yeah. So, well, hopefully Roland will be on top of it today. I'm sure.
But I guess Brittany Andrews is now creator, producer, and director. It's amazing when these porn stars just...
branch out.
Branch out is the word. She's been called one of the top 3 females in the adult industry by Entertainment Tonight.
Did they really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't realize Entertainment Tonight was ranking porno stars.
I didn't either.
I haven't watched in a long time, so I don't know if the format of the show has changed at all.
She is a pretty legendary performer.
Yeah.
I would like to have sex with her.
You would?
I don't see that happening.
All right, let me just write that down. Question 1. This is Jim Norton.
Would you possibly have sex with Jim? Yeah. Like, that's how I should be followed. Would you possibly have sex with Jim?
Yeah.
I don't know what she's promoting, actually.
Yeah, all I'm seeing is producer-director.
Porn star DJ Miss B, her bio. Oh, okay.
Oh, here it is. So she's got a Twitter, a Facebook. Oh, good. We'll promote her MySpace. I'm glad that's on the...
Where do you see this?
Brittany Andrews plugs.
Where is that? I don't have that. Oh, thank you. I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I was panicking.
She's got her Twitter, Facebook, and MySpace that she's promoting.
Club Brittany, PayMissBrittany.com. Oh, I like that. Exquisite feet. Does she have nice feet?
I would love to find out.
Do you like feet?
I mean, no, not specifically.
Have
but
you
I
ever
don't
sucked your
dislike
girl's
feet.
toes?
No, but I would, but I haven't. I don't have a specific thing for it, but I'm not grossed out by feet either.
Yeah, I'm not a big... I'll suck... I kind of like feet if they smell a little bit.
Yeah, you like body odor.
Sometimes.
Like a little bit of female musk.
A little bit of stink. If it's really bad, I can't deal with it, but I do like a little bit of it.
Yeah.
You know,
like you don't want for somebody to be sitting next... Well, what if they're sitting next to you? And there is a hint of body odor.
That can turn me on. I don't want them to smell like Tippy Tom, but I mean, they give me a fucking...
Shit in their pants.
Yeah, exactly. Just fetid, rotting flesh. But I like a little bit of a sting.
Like if you're eating dinner and you're just hanging out and there's a little whiff. Yeah.
Yeah, it could turn me on.
You like that? Not from a guy, though?
No, never. No, I don't want to smell a man. I don't want to smell a man's cologne, much less his fucking body odor.
I guess Miss Brittany Andrews is a DJ, too.
Yeah, I thought that's what she was promoting, but I guess not.
She's a major mover and shaker in the international DJ club scene. Who's bigger, DJ Miss B or DJ Troy Kwan?
I don't know. I think I have a better shot at fucking DJ Troy Kwan.
Yeah, right now I think you might. Do we have any update on where she is?
No.
Still on her way? Because we're literally... Because Levi's supposed to be coming in at 9.
Well,
and he is coming in at 9. Like, we're not going to push him back.
No, he can't.
Because this is... Levi's the whole reason you came in, pretty much, right?
Yeah, because he's only in New York today, I believe. That's what Roland said. We should watch. He goes, no, I'm here for a month.
Yeah, I moved here.
Yeah, I live here. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see a couple blondes walking up the hallway.
If it's a couple, then she's here.
It's a couple.
All right.
Okay, good.
Oh, one of them was Eric. I was...
Yes.
Roland.
That was both of them.
Roland's been making fun of Eric's dyed hair and saying, don't worry about Eric, he's a blonde. He'll forget. Just accusing Eric of having blonde moments.
Hey, oh yeah, you filmed Lovely Brittany.
Yeah, get the tripod.
Yeah.
I'm multitasking.
That's what I call myself.
Very clever. Here they are. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Where do we sit?
Right next to Mr. Norton.
Hey there, gentlemen.
Hello. Hi,
Thank you
how
for
are you?
having us on this morning.
Did you get traffic?
Yes.
Are you staying in New York?
I live in New York now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did your guys' show like...
Was I here, though?
Yeah, you were.
Okay.
When was it? When was that? I wasn't here.
You guys aren't.
No, we're
live now.
We're actually on.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
People
What
make
can
that mistake.
can I say anything?
You can.
Yeah.
Okay, so it kind of reminds me, like, you know, when you've been a porn star as long as I have, like, I have to have sex with people at least 3 times to remember who the hell they are.
Oh, really?
And 20 years of being in the business, you're like, did I have sex with you? And the other person's like, I'm not sure. Did we? It's like, let me see your penis. Maybe I might be able to remember.
I've had the same thing with trannies.
You know what? Me too. I happen to be a bit of a tranny lover.
Oh, my God. I've just met my wife.
Wow.
Hey, no, I'm serious. You know, it's I do the DJ thing now, porn star DJ Miss B, which is why we're here today to promote our event. Okay. But yeah, so I'm known to be a strap-on queen as well. I actually brought my penis with me today.
What a trooper.
Fantastic.
And it's one of those things I always say to guys. I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, my breasts are made out of silicone, and so is my penis. So if you can suck my tits, you can suck my dick. So that's how I kind of feel.
You're preaching to the choir.
Do you meet guys that haven't had that experience, but they're willing to take a strap-on from you?
You know what? At the end of the day, I have date rape drugs. I really don't care.
It doesn't matter.
They're going down.
Gotcha. Okay.
I kind of like that. I like a girl who's willing to fuck you in the ass and drug you.
Exactly, right?
If Brittany Andrews date raped you, would you consider it date rape, or would you?
Would you go to the police and tell on me? Like, what are the cops really going to say, right? Like, a porn star raped me. It's like, dude, go home.
Yeah.
I'd go on Twitter and talk about it, how great it was. I woke up with cum all over me, and it was mine.
Hey now.
So, have you fucked trannies or no?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Being that I have the whole strap-on penis dealio. Quite often, yeah, exactly. Quite often when I'm with a gentleman, I'm always trying to take it to the next level.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, if you suck my dick, let's say you suck a real one, baby.
So now what was, by the way, Brittany is what you call it.
Sorry. Kristen's like, it's we're supposed to give it clean here, girlfriend. Sorry. It always goes straight to my penis.
No, Brittany's a good egg. So wait, what trannies have you slept with that are in the business? Not that I've seen any of their movies, but just for
exactly.
No, people out there might recognize their names.
People out there have no idea what you're talking about, and you're like, yeah, I know a lot of trannies in the business. Who have you slept with?
Well, quite often, usually it's, like sex, drugs, and rock and roll in the middle of the night. Hit up Euros.com or something and get just, your local hooker.
Got some Jennifer Paris or somebody?
Just some local tranny hooker, whatever shows up at like 5 a.m. in the morning when you're like totally wasted. Like, hey, it's Venus. Woo!
You guys really do have a lot in common.
Yeah, I guess so. Too. I don't drink. He likes trannies. She likes trannies. A really funny movie promo.
Yeah.
So
it's all good.
You do a lot of fetish stuff too, right?
Yeah, I do. I used to own a dungeon for like 10 years in LA. I had a 5,000 square foot studio, and one of the portions of the studio was my dungeon. And it's one of those things of like where I had that dungeon for 10 years, and I had this feeling that the day that I no longer had it, I would really miss it. And I'm right. I do miss my dungeon.
How many doms did you have working for you?
You know what? Primarily, it was a studio for photo and film. So, like, it was mostly just for shooting videos. Okay. But, I did rape a proper amount of asses on my disciplined horse. And, I remember one of my favorite scenes. I was like, I had these two young girls, and they had never seen, a girl truly peg the hell out of a guy's ass. And so they asked if they could, be, voyeurs and watch the scene. And I was like, yeah, go ahead, take a seat. And I mean, it was so hilarious because the disciplined horse in the middle of the scene like broke, but I did not lose my rhythm at all. I just dropped to the floor and just kept going, man. That's one of my favorite movies.
Sounds like a good one. Yeah. It's kind of like Apocalypse Now, but with a dick in the ass and a horse breaking.
Hey.
The way it should have been.
Oh, my. Let's stay away from the bestiality.
No, I meant the what's it called, the thing?
The discipline horse.
That's what I mean, the horse.
Yeah, exactly.
I just
Sorry, my mind just goes in wrong. I'm still half asleep.
No, you don't understand.
We've been working really hard on our event that we're doing, which is the Players Ball this Friday. And like I said, I DJ now, porn star DJ Miss B. So I was working on my set last night kind of late.
What is the Players Ball?
The Players Ball is where everybody dresses up like pimps and hoes. Oh. And so me and Kristen decided to get together because, we are the number one players here in New York City, and we're going to do a ball and just celebrate, all the pimps and hoes in New York.
It's my birthday. It is also a birthday party.
And it's her birthday.
So.
We were going to bring a birthday cake today, but somehow it didn't come together.
Go with my muscle sorority diet plan.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. I'm on a cleanse right now, too. So.
Are you on Metafast like Bob Kelly? That fucking dumbbell has food being delivered to him.
That's funny. Now I'm like doing no drugs, sex, or alcohol. And then nothing but fruits and veggies. I'm on like day 25 now. And I was really good the first couple of weeks where it's usually the opposite way. Like where in the beginning you're really frustrated.
Right.
I'm the exact opposite. I'm like so over it right now. I'm like, oh my God. Last year I made it to 28 days. So.
Of only fruits and vegetables?
Yeah, primarily just fruits and vegetables, like soups and juices. I got a Vitamix, so I just throw everything in. I made something really gross. Like in the beginning, it was like fun and interesting to throw shit in there and just eat whatever comes out. Like now, it's just like, okay, this is really gross. I'm really over it.
But how is that a cleanse? It just makes you shit more?
You you don't need to take any fiber. I will say that.
Really?
But no, I mean it's kind of like the Gershon miracle. So I mean it's just like not eating any processed foods, everything that's just from the ground, and just being a really good girl. I'm like doing a bachelor party tonight, and I can't drink any alcohol.
What do you do at a bachelor party? Just dance, or do you do like a show with a girl?
No, it's for my girlfriend, so it's a bachelorette party.
Okay.
So I got like a male stripper coming. We're going to a restaurant. We're doing. It's gonna be fun.
Just rape the groom, maybe. That's a great bachelor party.
Yeah.
Raped. Just sodomize the groom.
The stripper. Like he's pretty hot. Like hello.
Is he gay?
I asked him specifically not to send me a gay guy. So
Okay. A lot of them are gay, right?
But you know what? At the end of the day, I have a penis, so whatever. Bend over, biatch.
Yeah, I guess so. That's the advantage of being a girl who's got a strap on.
You love raping people.
Yeah. Pretty much a win-win for you.
It works for me. You know, I'm happy. I can totally bust a nut from it. So I mean,
Can you come from somebody sucking your strap on?
Yeah, I totally can. Hardcore.
But you need. Is there
like more so than almost getting the twatay licked?
Really?
Yeah.
So you like the whole humiliation aspect of it?
Yeah, I love men with small penises.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow, fucking! You just walked into heaven.
It's all we have around here.
Yeah, there's nothing but small dicks.
So what are you doing for your birthday, Kristen?
I'm here. I'm promoting this event. So that's what
Where is
the event? Yeah, can you tell us where the event is at? Because I never remember the address.
It's at Hotel Chantel, which is at 92 Ludlow off of Rivington. It starts at 9, which is officially the media event from 9 to 10. And then we will be continuing the after party, which is the Players Ball from 10 to 4.
Is Dennis Hoff going there from the Bunny Ranch or no?
No.
You never know who might show up.
know.
We've got a lot of celebrity pimps and hoes that are coming, and we
lot
also
of
have
porn stars,
got a bunch
Alexis
of porn
Ford.
stars. Yeah, I got 2 limos, so we're going to be coming in proper. So yeah, we got like Alexis Ford. We've got Natasha Starr that's coming in. We've got Kendall Brooks, a Playboy model. We got a bunch of girls. We got 15 girls that are going to be.
And see, and I asked you to come with me.
Yeah, you guys
you did invite me.
I asked you to be my date.
That you did. When is it tomorrow, right?
It's tomorrow, and you're like, I have to work.
Working. I am working.
You know what? Because we're
I said,
hoping
come
to
on,
do
come
this
with me,
again,
buddy.
and like maybe do like a costume contest. So maybe you guys could come and like MC it with me.
Oh,
like the best pimp and hoe costume in all
Would
of
you
New
come
York
in
City.
It's like a leather collar.
No, I would dress up like I'm not really a
I'll
sub.
let you suck my cock, baby.
I like being humiliated, but I wouldn't consider myself a sub.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what do you have under the strap on to make you come? Do you have like a vibrating
Nothing.
thing?
I don't need anything. It's one of those things. If like I'm a very vaginally orgasmic woman, so I mean, like I come when I'm sleeping. I mean, the twatay, it contracts, expands, contracts, expands.
Are you doing Kegels in your sleep?
I totally do, hardcore. I mean,
Wow.
but it's just my mind is connected to the twatay, and I don't have to think about it. It just does it. So I don't need anything inside of the twatay in order to bust a nut. So I mean, and it just really stimulates my mind, which stimulates the twatay.
Can you come from having sex, actual intercourse?
Oh, hardcore. I can, all night long.
I could
30
ruin
to
that.
50. Yeah, you can ruin that.
I beg to differ.
Oh, you know what? This is one of the favorite ways I love to humiliate men is if their penis is too small or they can't, fuck me, I make them put on a strap on. Oh, I love it.
Now, Jim has said before
Sorry,
that
I cracked myself up.
He kind
It is really hot, actually, because it's so humiliating. It's like, your penis is so useless that you need to put a proper cock on.
Jim has said that he likes sometimes when he's fucking a girl, if she brings up men that she's fucked.
cuckold.
Yeah, a bit of
I love cuckold. Oh, I'm not even going to start going there because it is way too early to get that dirty, nasty, and disgusting.
No. We've been here for a while, so it's late in the morning
from
for us.
last night. Yeah, I like the cuckold.
I don't know if I could watch it.
It's one of those things that, like, where it's a better played fantasy than maybe doing it in real life.
Yeah, because you don't want to see that. You don't want to watch your woman get fucked really well by someone, and then all of a sudden,
I was going to get even more. Yeah, because if I'm going to do that, and if it's going to be in person, I'm going to make sure that you're truly, really humiliated. Yeah, and yeah.
Why do it half-assed?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, she's the best.
I wish she said how much she likes small dicks. I wish we had Bobo in here just to show her.
Oh,
that would have been.
God, who
we have
knew?
a guy.
He's got a really small penis.
He has the smallest penis you've ever seen.
Oh my God! You know what? I actually ended up having sex with a virgin midget in a taxi cab in the middle of Times Square ages ago.
How? Yeah, how? You said I ended up.
Did you plan on it, or were you sharing a cab?
Where did you find that virgin midget? Like where? Like just on
he
the
was
street
a
corner?
fan of mine. It was for a film that I was doing, and yeah, it was one of those things. It was really kind of strange. I mean, but it was like a tampon. I mean, I really couldn't feel it. But I mean, the guy was really sweet and nice. And however, now, like ever since I've done that, I've got all these weird, strange virgins for like the last 15 years that all want me to like de-virginize them.
But will you tell a guy if you're fucking him that other guys have fucked you better?
If they're into humiliation, then yeah, that's hot.
What type of stuff would you say? Just curious.
Oh, let me
She's
see
charging
here.
for the hour right now.
Yeah,
for this
exactly.
conversation.
That's
I
very
just want to
sexy.
throw that out there.
You think
As
so?
a matter,
Kristen,
I have to
get my
point out
money,
the
man.
economic value of this conversation. Former madam.
Yeah, exactly. Former madam. She's like, yeah, you're going to have to pay me first. Now, that's what she used to do.
Used to
do. Now she's running for governor.
But yeah, she is.
Yay, for legalizing prostitution, marijuana.
And cuckolding.
And cuckolding.
So now, how would you humiliate a guy if you were humiliating? What would you say? Like, I know I'd probably take it like one step too far and just say something a little too
You know what?
harsh that wasn't
The
sexy.
best thing to do is like with the cuckold thing, like just have the other guy bust a nut right on you.
But I mean, if the guy
or you know, one of my favorite things is to
What?
bust a nut on the feet and then make you suck it off my toes.
See, I can't. I've had girls want me to lick. I licked my own cum up on video once for a girl, like out of my hand.
Yeah, that's hot.
And
I love that. Do you see the smile on my face?
I do.
I love that.
I have a photo of my hand with cum in it. It's really it looks like I'm an unlucky beggar.
Bragging about your photos with cum in your hand.
One of my favorite things is to do that with the toes. However, I had a guy reverse snowball me once.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
Right?
Am I this bad?
That's a-
Because my
that's a football term.
agency only dealt in like vanilla. So what the heck is a snowball?
Okay, so a
I know
snowball
what
is
that is,
typically when a guy busts a nut in a girl's mouth,
Right.
she comes back as a sign of
Oh,
revenge
I
and
see.
spits it
I
back in.
see.
So this guy, I had him do it off my toes, and he waited like, I don't know, like 3 minutes, gave me a kiss, and right back, and I was
So
like,
just
oh
washed
my
it around in his
God,
mouth for
I've
3
been
minutes?
Like, here's to
snowballed.
you.
Hope he didn't have tartar breath. That'd be awful. Cum and tartar.
Ew, that's
can't-
how you do
garlic.
See, I
That's
don't
how you do xylitol for the teeth by Trident.
I don't want to. Oh yeah, I always chew things with no aspartame. Fuck Trident. Don't go with Trident. Go with.
They got xylitol though. It's good
No,
for your
there's
teeth.
better ones though. There's
Oh,
vegan
really?
gums. I'll turn into some vegan gums. You promised to cuckold me. I'll get you some vegan bubble gum.
I got a big black cock for you, baby.
We were talking about cuckolding and taking cocks and stuff. I'm glad that you brought it back to vegan gum.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I was trying to bring up her running for governor. She's like, okay, I'm
No, they
not doing
mentioned that
any more
earlier.
radio programs with Brittany ever
They
again.
mentioned that earlier. They were very nice. Jimmy was very nice to say that he likes Kristen Davis, which was nice compliment.
I was actually with you last year when we were
But then you
when
had
we
to
were
degrade it by
counting.
saying I was in the debates with Jimmy McMillan. Why can't we say we were in the debates with Andrew Cuomo?
Well, he said that. Well,
there's a difference.
We had
if you-
Jimmy on the show, so it was just
He's
a point
in
of
that
reference
job.
for the
He's
listeners.
but
in that job.
I thought that I thought there would have been a lot of press for you as like an unconventional candidate had Jimmy McMillan not been there stealing all your heat.
Well, the real press, like the Washington Post said I was their favorite fringe candidate, the LA
Right.
Times, I'm the only one out of the debates that made the LA Times. So there was a lot of real press. He got the novelty votes in the novelty press, yes, which we were both
was
running
his-
to create a new political
what was
party,
his
which is
theme last
50,000.
year?
The rent is too damn high.
Oh,
but he
yeah.
didn't even pay any rent.
Right.
Like, come on now, your rent is the perfect rent.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, he didn't pay a lot of rent.
No.
And especially if somebody was telling him how like other people they've had sex with were better fucks. It's always got to come back to that.
He didn't even bring that up. By the way, you say that, or you talk about that a lot,
he did
right?
bring that
I
up.
do.
No, Jimmy did. He did bring that up because I asked him about it, and he said that he had sex with girls in front of their husbands.
Oh, that's right.
He did say that.
Yes,
We
he
didn't have
did.
sex with him.
We have two gubernatorial
Sorry.
candidates
Let
talking about
him talk.
cuckolding.
We are the show
For cuckolding.
Yeah, and politics.
Yeah, cuckolding and politics.
They go hand in hand, man.
Brittany's fantastic. However, I met you once at AVN years ago, very briefly, but we've never
I'm
spoken
pretty
before.
sure that you were here the last time I did the show, though. Because, I think I was here when, do you guys remember Porno Dan?
Porno Dan.
No.
The name is familiar. Yeah. The name is familiar.
And I think I was like doing something with him. He was in DC and we came by. But yeah, I come to the building all the time.
Yeah.
I was just actually, it's funny because I'm going to be doing a DJ set on the DJ Woo Kid show.
Oh,
where I'm
Woo
going to be
Kid.
wearing.
He's a friend of the show.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be wearing my strap on and I'm going to be DJing and I'm going to have two girls sucking my cock. So it's going to be like a
does that
DJ
happen?
orgy.
Woo Kid is the greatest. Like
How do we make that happen?
Yeah, you guys got to like come and visit. We can like cross pollinate or something.
Who Kid, like, you know how we kind of have to bring girls in and try to figure out how to get them to take their clothes off or whatever? Who Kid does something called the naked interview, where he just has girls come in and he'll interview them, but they're naked.
Well, it was kind of funny.
The thing is, he's got game
He's got
than you have
game.
none.
Much better game than
Exactly.
you do.
100%.
Yeah.
But no, actually, it was so funny because I went in there and they were all I said something about penis and they're like, bitch, we only got cocks up here. So like while they're like doing their thing, like I put my strap on, I don't say anything. And then like they turn around, they're like, what the fuck? I'm like, biatch, it's a pink penis. It matches my pussy.
Let me tell you something.
Do you want to see my pink penis? Should I put it on?
Well,
do you want to?
What?
What?
We might
have an issue
we have
with
a time
that?
issue because you're late.
Oh, okay.
Can you
I'm
hang out a
sorry.
little bit?
Yeah, I can hang out.
We have to.
I can rock out with my kiyaki out.
We have
Levi Johnston.
Is he here or no?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay.
So I was thinking, can you guys hang out? We'll talk, because Levi will only be in here for 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm cool. I don't know about her, but I'm totally fine.
Are you
All
cool,
right.
Kristen?
Oh, I'm cool. I'm always cool.
All right, good. So hang, and the big event is tomorrow night, Friday night.
Hotel Chantel.
92 Ludlow off of Rivington. And you're still, if you want to come by after your show or whatever.
Okay, maybe I will. Yeah, I would like to.
We'll be pimping and
I'll
hoeing.
save you, a tonic and water, whatever.
Exactly. I'm gonna be cleansing still. So
Oh, good.
Drink. I don't
so
drink
I'll
either.
have a pineapple juice with you, dude.
All right, and I'll bring you some vegan gum.
The fair trade that he's already trying to establish.
He's going to come to the hall now.
Okay, Levi Johnston coming up in just a second.
Do you want a break?
A 1 minute break, yeah.
Okay, we'll do a single.
All
Okay,
right.
right
All
back.
right.
The Virus. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Now you are.
We are back, and Levi Johnston has just come into the studio. How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Do you like or hate morning press?
No, it's all right.
Let's make sure we got you up here. Okay, when'd you get into New York?
What am I doing here?
No, when'd you get in?
Oh, I got in on Sunday.
How long you staying?
Till tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
I was telling you, we met very briefly in the hallway, and it's weird. We get a book usually the night before, so we don't have time to really read it, but I got this a few days ago. And I guess I got 200 pages in, like actually really reading it. And the last 90 I perused and just picked up notes. It's fucking great.
Yeah, thank you.
Your book is really good.
Well, it's also like, and I was telling you this before, it's almost, for a lot of people, this is like the dream book because everybody at some point has wanted to write a book about their ex-girlfriend's family and how they were treated. Like,
there is no guy.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It's like, but nobody would have interest in reading it, but yours happens to be the Palin, so people do want to read that.
Care.
Right. Like, I would love to trash every family of every fucking ex-girlfriend I have who hated me. How long into it? And you really, she's not going to be happy with this.
Probably not. No.
What would you say about stuff you said in the past and in interviews? Are they comfortable with you revealing stuff, or are they hate that?
I'm sure they don't like it, but the book is the truth, and I'm glad it's done. I think we did a good thing with it.
Do you feel you've been treated? I have a bunch of questions written down. One thing I want to say that I like.
You don't need to announce that you have a bunch of questions written down.
But I have to, because I'm a stand-up, so as a comic, you have to be honest
Address
with people.
everything.
You
Yeah.
have to. So if I'm ever in front of an audience and I'm trying to do a joke and I actually have a fucking piece of paper, I'll go, look, I'm just going to read this, and I'll tell them. I can't lie. Is that noise going to stop?
No. Yeah, it's not.
So in the opening of the book, you talk about this birthday party you're going to in Vegas with your manager. And you said, he and I had both gotten another 15 minutes of fame. And I kind of like that you said, like, how do you see your fame or notoriety? Do you see it as something that's going to be fleeting or something that's going to stick around for a while?
I'm sure I'm sure it's gotten into it, but when that happens, I have no idea. I mean, things keep coming, and I'm getting more calls now than I ever have, so it's going good.
What are they calling you for? Is it for acting work or?
It's reality shows to commercials to music videos, everything. And it's I've got a lot of stuff too that from pornos to everything. I mean, everything's out there.
Well, it's funny. Like, do you resent when they're calling you because do they want you to do things that are going to make Sarah Palin look bad, or has it gotten to a point where they kind of just like you just being yourself?
It's getting more to that point. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is still they want dirt on the Palins and they want all that, but it's after this book, that's a direction I don't want to go anymore. So we're going to start picking what I do, a little differently.
Do you regret doing Playgirl?
No. That's something I chose to do. I was young, and I learned a lot from it, and it was a hell of an experience.
$50,000. I mean, how do you say no?
Yeah.
And you didn't do Full Frontal.
No.
I'm not saying that in a disappointed fashion. I think that came out really bad.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, come on, why?
What about the fans?
Did they want you to do Full Frontal and you said no, or did they not want to do it?
No, they definitely wanted me to do it, but I promised Mom I wouldn't do it, and that's not something I wanted to do.
Oh, okay. And this is what I was amazed. I read this. You got offered. You took $50,000 to do that, but you did show some restraint. Can you tell people what they offered you $300,000 to do?
Who's this, Playgirl?
No. The videos you got offered to make, the 3 videos. Or was it $100,000 for 3? It was, I'm sorry, $100,000 for 3 masturbation scenes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I heard one that, I had the masturbate in front of the cameras and a couple other things like that, and then, do a porno with the Sarah Palin lookalike. I got a lot of stuff like that.
Well, there is a porno with her.
Yeah, Nailin' Palin, I think is what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
He's seen it.
Have you seen it?
No, I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, I do my research.
Would that creep you out to do that?
Oh, no, that's no, not going to happen.
You wouldn't do that even for the right,
No.
I guess that's taking it a little bit too far.
That's crossing the line, yeah. I don't think my family would ever forgive me for that one.
Oh, it's family. Okay. Do you find it hard, like when people are talking to you, and I mean in real life, not in an interview, to judge what their motives are? Is it hard to figure out if they really like you and are getting to know you, or if they're only trying to get you to say something that they can run out and blog or run out and talk about?
Definitely. I mean, even it goes as far as my friends. I've lost a bunch of them. You don't know who you can trust anymore, and everything you do is like under a microscope, and everybody's watching you.
Yeah,
it's tough.
What point did you realize too? Because you're a regular dude, and I'm reading this book, and you grew up in Alaska. You like to hunt and fish and just do things that regular dudes there do. You hook up with a girl. Her mom was the mayor, I think, when you met.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is, it's a small town she's a mayor in, and then a couple of years later, she's almost the president of the United States. What was the first thing that happened that you realized, fuck, everything I say now matters?
Well, she started, mayor to governor. That was a pretty big deal in Alaska, and then, when I got thrown on that private jet all the way down to the RNC, that's when it really started hitting me.
Now that was when it was going to be announced that she was McCain's running mate.
Yep. Well, she had already announced it. Yeah. Now we're going down for the speeches and all the good stuff.
Oh yeah, you said you pulled over 3 times to puke.
I did. Yeah. On the way to Anchorage, on the way to the airport. Yeah, I was nervous, dude. I was like, no, this is not happening.
And Bristol was pregnant by this point.
Yeah. No, she was definitely pregnant.
Did you say that you think she did that to kind of get to upset Sarah or to match Sarah?
It was more of jealousy. I mean, we had talked about it, and she'd always wanted a kid, and Sarah just actually, she had trig, and that really what sparked Bristol to get going on it. And I was dumb enough just to roll with it.
So you were dating for a while, and I know I don't wear bags either. I hate wearing them, especially in a relationship. There's nothing worse. And were you just kind of going on in faith that she was taking birth control and
Oh yeah, I was just kind of going. If it happens, it happens.
Not thinking at all.
Not thinking
just
at all.
Whatever.
Yeah, at 17, who's thinking, right?
Right.
Yeah, I guess
it's not going to happen to me.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't. You actually were like, I hope she's taking it, but if she's not, oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to get mine.
But I would freak out about that, and I'm 43. I mean, I know I look younger. I appreciate that, but I mean, I'm 43, and it's like it still terrifies me to knock a girl up. But here you are at 18, you got a girl pregnant, or 17, and you fucking handle it like, I just got to get a job.
Yeah. Well, we were dating for a long time. We were in love, and that was always the plan. It just happened earlier than we thought.
But that's also because Levi is a man. Like, he hunts, he does outdoors. That you, on the other hand,
true.
We would handle it differently because we're not men.
Yeah,
we're weasels.
I wore cologne into a radio interview because we have a porn girl, and I really am a fool.
Exactly.
Do you think you've been kind of vilified in the press? And reading this was really interesting to me. The book is called Deer in the Headlights: My Life in Sarah Palin's Crosshairs. And I like the fact that you're not shying away from talking about her. Like, a lot of people will talk about somebody, but then act like, well, that's not why I wrote the book. But this is why you wrote the book, was to kind of set the record straight with your relationship with that family or what happened.
Definitely. It was I wrote it to get my side of the story out there. Everybody was sitting there talking about me as far as Palin's the press, and, everybody who doesn't know me is hating on me. So, that was a way to get my side of the story out there and the truth.
What was, do you feel you've been treated unfairly by the press? Have they been too rough on you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, they don't know who I am. They just, come up with stories and lies, just to make them $1. So, that's the biggest reason I wrote this thing.
What was the first thing you can remember seeing about yourself or about your family that was just completely untrue?
Well, I tell you, about the only two that really bothered me was I was a bad father, and then one came out about my mother, how she was a druggie, and a bunch of stuff like that. They can sit there and say what they want about me all day long, but when you start getting into my son and my family, that's when you're crossing the line, because they don't know me and they don't know us.
Your mom, I know, you talk about your mom, and she had gotten arrested. She made a bad decision.
Right.
She had sold, I guess, OxyContin or whatever. I thought did she really get 3 years? I thought that was a pretty harsh sentence for something that was kind of She's obviously not a drug pusher.
Well, she wasn't in jail for 3 years, and I don't know the whole details of that, so I'm not going to get into it. But she had to do some jail time, then she's on probation. But she's handling it well.
Do you think that there was more of a target on her because she's your mom and because of the whole connection?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's definitely much bigger fish out there. She apparently sold a couple pills to some kid one time, got caught, and she got in a lot of trouble. I mean, I feel like they definitely had it in for us.
Do you think the people who had it in for you were pro-Palin and pissed off at you, or anti-Palin and wanting to embarrass her family?
No, I definitely pro-Palin.
Okay.
Everybody who pretty dislikes Palin seems to love me, and I don't think they'd want to hurt me like that.
It really is an odd effect she's had on the country. Like, I think the media has made her bigger because they attack her so much that they force people who would normally just be like, she's whatever, to rally around her. It's been an odd...
Well, you have to have an opinion. Like, they won't allow anybody to be like, whatever. Like, you either have to hate this woman, or if you don't hate her, then the people who hate her say, well, then you love her. But if you don't love her, then, I'm just repeating myself.
Yeah, no, but you're right. I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I would not vote for her. She's way too conservative. It's funny. I was reading, you said something about, you had some fucking good digs in this book, man. This is really, I was reading, there's a few I was like, oh, that was ballsy to put in print. Do you think she'd be a good president?
No, I don't. She's, I think a lot of Americans are just voting for her looks, and, she was governor of a small town, and to be honest, I don't think she's overqualified to run this country.
The media has, and again, you can never completely trust the press because they're motivated their own way, but they've painted her as kind of an idiot. I mean, that's, whether it was the Katie Couric interview or they harp on mistakes she's made. How unfair have they been? I'm going to ask you a two-part question. Have they been really unfair to her, and what have they gotten right?
As far as her messing up in small interviews like that, that's just her not coming into it, with her head on right. I mean, she is an intelligent woman, with a lot of things, and she's achieved a lot of stuff that many women won't. So, to that point, you really got to give her some kind of credit. But a lot of things in her book and Bristol's book, there are a lot of flat out lies she's told.
What did she say about you? Because I was reading that you said that what can you do, match her lie for lie or something? What was something Bristol said that really bothered you, or that you felt was just to cover the family's angle, and she didn't care about hurting you?
Well, this was we got back together a second time. We got engaged and whatnot, and this was actually, I went and apologized to the Palins, Sarah and Todd, in person, and then apparently that wasn't good enough, so we had to send out an apology letter, and she had her lawyer write something up, and they actually sent it off to People magazine without me knowing about it, saying it was from me, and that wasn't right. And then, she's recently comes out and says she's going to find a new father for Tripp. And, it's all, she says a lot of horrible stuff.
After dealing with lawyers here, can you imagine having to deal with lawyers when you're it's your personal life? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that, how often do lawyers and things like that enter into your personal life?
Quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they were coming after him, like, with the stuff about, but it was all being funded probably by her mom. And here you are, you're again a working guy. I mean, you're making decent money, but to have to pay lawyers in a family court, I guess, are you done with that legal process or no?
No, the legal process is still much and running, yeah. I mean, we haven't went to court yet, and, I am going to fight for 50-50, and but that's, that's coming up.
And it's hard because everything they say, you have to answer, whether it's true or not true. And they, and a family that has a lot more money than you do can probably afford to just keep coming at you with, I think you said in the book that they just keep coming at you. Someone said they're going to keep coming at you just until you're broke.
That's probably true.
And then hope to get you to sign something over.
Yeah, that's probably true, but that's never going to happen.
How do you address the bad father rap? Because I've heard that before, but obviously there's two sides to every...
That's something that you kind of really got to, I've learned to brush off my shoulders. The people are saying that have nothing better to do with their life, and, they clearly don't know me, and, they really don't even know Bristol. So they're just kind of running their mouth.
Yeah, they're just, because they hear one thing, they pick it up and they run with it.
Well, they're just, or they just made it up clearly. They don't see me with my son. They don't see anything.
Well, didn't you say too that there were times where you wanted to see your son and spend time with your son, but after a while it was like the baby was just with the Palins, and then you would go there, and instead of spending time alone with him, they would just be kind of sitting on the couch staring at you while you had time with your son.
Yeah, that was when he was first born. Within the couple months, first couple months he was born, I'd go over there, and it was like I was just there all watching me, like a damn hawk. But now it's I see him without them around. So but that what you're referring to is that was kind of weird.
And there's I tell you, I actually wrote this thing down. I just wrote the word. You have her painted as pretty phony in the book, and I guess everyone's public perception is different than they are at home to a little bit. I mean, you have to be, I guess, in politics. But I put a few things that you wrote, which I thought were amazing that you wrote these down. Like anybody who wants to read a book that is brutally honest from a point of view, you don't pull any fucking punches in this at all.
And the book is called Deer in the Headlights, My Life in Sarah Palin's Crosshairs. It's out on Amazon.
Are you doing signings or no?
Yeah, I did a signing in Jersey.
Probably bookends, right?
Yep.
Yeah, in Ridgewood. And what are you doing in New York signing-wise?
I don't think I have a signing in New York here. No.
Do you have anything coming up signing-wise?
I have one in Anchorage on the 29th at Barnes & Noble.
Okay, well, we're on everywhere in the U.S. and Canada. Are we on in Alaska as well?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Anchorage, the 25th at Barnes. I'm sure you...
29th.
29th, sorry. Yeah. I'm sure the people come see you. There's some amazing, unflattering lines. You said something about her wanting to bring up your kid, and you wrote, it was ironic that Sarah offered to be a mother to another child, considering that she basically ignored the one she already had.
Are you talking about when she tried to adopt mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was something that, it pissed Bristol off, and then she gave the phone to me, and I just went off on her. I mean, that's, she's clearly doing that just to cover up, Bristol's whole pregnancy.
Now, do you, you said she ignored the one she had. You paint the household as kind of, cold and distant. It was, and you said like the house you grew up in was kind of much warmer and a different vibe than they had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Sarah was always gone. Granted, she worked a lot, but even when she was there, she was on her BlackBerry on the couch or in her bedroom. I mean, Sarah was definitely more the mother to Trig than she was, or Bristol was.
Bristol was. Did they have? Did really the husband? Did Todd really sleep in the living room while she stays in her room most of the
time? Todd's bed was the black recliner, in the middle of the living room.
And then she's up in.
She was in her bedroom, yeah.
And he sleeps in the. That's weird.
That is weird.
That'd be a very weird arrangement in the White House. Yeah, kind of creepy. And it's funny that you said some good things about Obama too. You seem like more of an Obama guy. If you had to choose between the two, you seem like more of an Obama guy.
Oh yeah, I'll probably, I'll definitely vote for Obama. Yeah.
It's not good.
Wow.
It's not good when somebody who really knows you well will vote for the other guy.
No, yeah, because if you knew somebody that was running for president, you would just vote for them because you knew them.
Yeah. I would just vote for them because then I have pictures with them and I could say there's me and the president.
Right.
But it's there's no media spin that puts any of, like, your feelings about her have nothing to do with the media. It's all from your personal experience.
Right. Yeah.
And you say here, Sarah comes off as religious, but you're saying you never saw them say grace, and you don't think they prayed a lot. And there was one great line after she got the nomination. She told the world that being chosen was God's plan. It would be the first time I had ever heard her mention the fella.
Yeah, I really haven't. She went to church on Christmas Eve, and that was about it.
So this whole thing with her being like religious and this kind of spiritual thing and that being part of the religious rite is not.
No, that's all part of the show because that wasn't going on at the house.
There was not a lot of God talk or.
No, I mean she had a cross or two in the house, and they went to church on Christmas Eve. That was it.
She really has a tanning bed in the house. I don't think that's bad. I mean,
she did in Juneau at the governor's mansion. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that actually.
The governor's mansion.
Yeah,
there's a tanning bed.
Maybe that is a little bit creepy, but and her complaining with the baby. She wrote, I'm sorry. We watched her on the stump with Trig, her accessory. It made my stomach turn to see him displayed like a designer bag, then passed off to a nanny.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
that's a harsh line.
It is. It is.
And I'm not saying you're wrong for writing it, but can you elaborate on that a little bit?
You know what? Just, back home, she, like I said, she's always in her room. She's paying no attention to him, whether it's Bristol or Piper or Todd playing with Trig. She rarely would ever do it. And even at the GOB, I mean, she, everybody would be playing with him, and once it was time to walk out on stage, here, boom. She'd have him in his arm, and then when we got off, hand him right off to Willow. It was pretty clear to me that she was, she was kind of using him as, that's the best way I could, kind of describe it.
Yeah, because you didn't just say, like, she didn't hold him a lot. There was the wording I thought was fucking really, was great, was stomach turning, and you see him use like a designer bag. That's a definite statement about you really don't like this woman.
Oh, it's not that, I don't hate her by no means, but yeah, no, I'm definitely not fond of her.
Do you think your relationship is ruined because you do have a child with Bristol? I mean, you're going to be tied in for at least 18 years, if not more. Is your relationship, do you think, ruined, or is it possible to salvage it, or after this, do you think it's going to be a rough one?
Oh, no, I'm sure it's going to be a rough ride and it's over.
It's gonna be, do you regret it at all, or no?
No, I don't. I'm glad my side of the story's out there, and then, the truth.
Yeah, it must be frustrating when you hear yourself being spoken about and by somebody who has the entire media at their disposal. And I mean, it's bad enough being trashed on Twitter.
Yeah, it would have been a rough ride for him regardless, because if he hadn't come out with the book, he would have just had to sit there knowing everybody just believed the Palin story, and he still has to put up with the family.
Everybody hates me and thinks I'm a bad father,
Right.
That's something I didn't want to live with.
Well, here's another fucking gem. I'm telling you, and I'm not being polite, I fucking loved this book. I never ripped through 200 pages in 2 days. I could not stop reading this. It said, you say that when she was speaking, people were baffled by her run-on sentences whenever she talked off the cuff. And you write, that's what happened when she began a sentence and then lied halfway through it. Oh, dude. Is that what was tend to happen? She would just kind of start off and...
she was good at it.
Make it up as she went.
She was good. I mean, a lot of people bought it,
Wow. The reason, by the way, I'm taking such joy in this is I really don't have much of an opinion on Sarah. I really don't. I don't have a political agenda. I love the fact that somebody is writing just really brutally honest things from their point of view. Like, it's nice to see that you're not fucking stepping around any of it.
And she's not getting attacked for, like, politics or something. Like you're saying, I spent time with this person. I know her as a human being. This is my character evaluation. You don't hear that about politicians ever.
No.
Because nobody gets as close, and nobody can be like, this is the truth. It's honesty in politics, for one.
There's nothing worse, by the way, than when you're a politician. And you say something in the book, which I think is interesting, too, about how you were keeping a mental, like, while they were saying stuff about you, you had all the stuff that you had seen and the conversations you had heard. And did you realize at one point that you were kind of stockpiling that stuff, like, as ammunition in case? Was there a point where you realized you might need it?
Not until I wrote the book. I mean, it all started coming back to me. But, they said a lot of nasty things about me. And, I mean, Sarah Palin's a lot older than I. And, for her to come attack a, 18, 19, 20-year-old kid is it seems pretty immature to me. But, I'm glad I paid attention. I'm glad I had some ammo to come back at her, because she said a lot of bad things about me.
Well, there was also, you said, too, that you were close when you were younger. You guys had a real relationship. He didn't just walk in and all of a sudden, like, hey, she's going to be president, let me capitalize on it. Like, you guys actually had a warm relationship.
Yeah, I've known them for a long time.
You grew up with kind of around the family?
I grew up, yeah. I mean, I played hockey at track, and then I started dating Bristol, when she was, mayor. So, I mean, I knew her for a long time.
And how was your relationship with her dad?
We rode snow machines every once in a while, and but he didn't talk much, and come to find out he didn't like me very much either. So
maybe because you were with his daughter. I mean,
that makes sense, right?
At what point did you feel the relationship change a little bit?
It definitely started going downhill once they lost the she lost the vice president nominee. But
how hard is it to have? Like, they told you say nothing. When you said that, too, when you got there to the Republican convention, they say nothing, don't talk. You have all publicists and press agents and all these people just speaking and thinking and dressing you.
Well, that was kind of easy for me. I didn't want to talk to any of them anyway.
Oh, you didn't?
I mean, I was nervous. I mean, they just said smile, wave. We're going to get there, you cut your hair, you're going to just spray tan, and get your nails done. I said, no, we're not.
They want you to get a spray tan?
Spray tan. No, that didn't happen. I didn't do the nails, but I did get the haircut.
Manicure?
And, I put on the Armani suits, and I went out there and smiled and waved, and, I was there for Bristol, but, I don't think I wanted to talk to any of them anyway.
Yeah, you don't seem like a manicure. I can see putting a nice suit on, but you don't seem like a fucking manicure spray tan guy.
I've done the spray tan for Playgirl, but that was the last time I think I'll do it.
The pictures I saw, simply for research. Well, I have to fucking clarify.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't want it to look like they're on my wall. They had good cheeks, by the way. But, they were black and white? Were they just maybe the copies I saw?
Probably just the copies you saw. There's colored ones.
Did the magazine sell well?
Actually, I don't know.
It's weird too, and you acknowledge this again. I love the fact that you acknowledge this, that the majority of people who read Playgirl are men, and you're like, oh, I don't care.
No, and it works for me. I mean, they're all people to me, and they're all, whether they like, guys or women. It's. I'm totally fine.
You didn't care if there was a bunch of guys looking as long as they paid. That's fair enough.
Good way to put it.
I mean, they're not looking at him in the face. Like, he doesn't have to watch them looking at him.
That would be, in person, would probably be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, even 50 thou is like, maybe a little more than that.
Yeah, a little bit more than that. Maybe for one guy. All right. This was, to me, an amazing line. And I think, first of all, because I like John McCain. He seems like an honest fucking, he's a vet. There's things about him I liked. But his age was a concern, because he's an older guy. And you're talking to her, and you said, exactly what does the vice president do? Did she really smile at you and say, take over when the president dies?
Something like that, yes. I mean, wow. she said it, whether it was a joke or not, but there was definitely something that was said.
So she was very aware of the fact that she, as they said, was one heartbeat away from... I don't know what she was thinking, but... yeah, at the time she told me that, I bet she wouldn't think I was going to put it in a book. But yeah, you probably don't say something like that. You probably don't say something like that and say, make sure you get that quote correct.
Yeah,
make sure you get that good.
Don't paraphrase.
Yeah, I wanted to. It's what you do. You take over when he dies. Did you like McCain?
I did. I only met him for a brief second, but he's a good guy. He seemed. I respected him a lot.
Yeah, you said he took your hand and he looked at your hand and he said that you had fucking rough working man hands.
Yeah, that's working man there. Yeah, thanks.
And you do. I shook your hand when you came in. He's like one of those. Levi's one of those guys with fucking rock hands.
Yeah.
Like certain people just have those fucking granite hands. You must throw a big punch. I'm not saying I'd like you to do that. I'm just saying you must pack a good punch.
What did you think? Didn't Bristol just come out and say you stole her virginity?
Yeah, that was one of the new things in her book.
Yeah,
and that's hard for anybody to to even respond to. That's a horrifying thing to say. We dated for many years, and we had a child together. So for someone to come out and say that after everything we've been through, it's just flat out lies and disgusting.
Do you think that's coming from her, or do you think that's coming from the family who's trying to kind of wreck you?
A little of both. Bristol, I used to knew. I mean, we were in love. I mean, that would have never came out of her mouth. I mean, it's just this lie. So whether they're trying to get me in trouble or hurt me or whatever, I mean, that's clearly what they're trying to do.
Yeah, and there's no way to argue it. Okay. They say we have X amount of time left.
Yes.
Shit. Oh my God, it's 9:25. Okay. Yeah. I have to ask you a couple of questions because you hung out with Kathy Griffin. Did you bang Kathy Griffin?
No, I didn't. No.
Okay.
But she's great, and I mean, she's never a dull moment with her, and I love her.
She is very funny. I like her a lot. Okay, we talked about that. We talked about almost everything. Okay, cool. Oh, was there any indication? The whole Glenn Rice thing just came out about Sarah Palin that she had,
some kind of relationship.
Allegedly, they say she slept with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess that never came up. You never came home and found menthol cigarettes and funyuns laying around the house?
No, I didn't. No.
Okay. But there was no indication that she had any kind of a hookup with athletes?
Not that I've seen, no.
All right. And we feel bad kind of because we talked to, it sounds like we're really trying to, just attack Sarah Palin, but that is what the book is. You have firsthand knowledge, and
because she attacked him
brutally.
So this is more like him saying, "Well, look, not only is this not true, but this is what is true."
Yeah, that's a fair point. And you said at one point, girls think that she had a cougar thing for you, and that was coming from girls you knew.
Yeah, that was coming from not only girls, but a lot, some of my guy friends too. That was definitely an issue that everybody kept bringing up, but I never seen it till No, I mean, I still don't really believe it, but I mean, it's. What a lot of people have told me.
That she kind of wanted to...
Maybe. I don't know. Kind of gross, but...
Really? I guess so. If your girlfriend's mom. I mean, from my point of view, I'd probably do it just for the credit. Just to go on Twitter. All right, the book is called Deer in the Headlights, and you're very forthcoming in the book. You're very honest in the book, and I love the stuff you said. Whether you like or don't like Sarah Palin, I mean, this is coming from somebody who has intimate knowledge of her and is saying exactly what he wants to say. It's called My Life in Sarah Palin's Crosshairs. And the 29th, there's a signing at Barnes & Noble in Alaska, Anchorage.
Anchorage.
And, I'm sure that will be promoted there. And thanks for coming in, man. And I really, honestly loved your book.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll go to break.
Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, it is. We're back without Opie and Anthony.
They're in court.
Yeah, we actually we have a little update. I guess we should play a sweeper if we're going to do the update,
Yeah,
right?
quick update. Sweeper, yes.
Autogate 2011.
Oh, shit.
I love Sandy K-Trust.
Twatogate?
Yes, they're in the courtroom. Opie and Anthony are getting sued by a performer who is in her 70s, I think.
There's a growth by her vagina.
Who has, a genital wart near her vagina that we named Twatto. Because Opie broke her guitar a year and a half ago, and so she decided to sue Opie and Anthony. So that's why they're not here today. For breaking her guitar and for Anthony shooting bullets into her hat.
He took her hat to a range. They stole her hat allegedly.
Allegedly.
And he allegedly shot it at a shooting range.
I'm sure he probably filmed the whole thing as he was doing it, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's actually there's photos of it.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So Kenny called in while the Levi Johnston interview was going on. But obviously we couldn't talk to him, and now we can't get a hold of him because he's in the courtroom. Any update from Kenny beyond that?
I said, is there anything you could at least text me over the phone? And he goes, we are in the halls of justice.
Okay, so they're in the halls of justice. And Opie
justice is being served.
Yes.
There's no such thing as justice. I've been there.
Opie just tweeted that they have entered the courtroom and no sign of Sandy Kane yet.
Okay.
We will continue.
Maybe it'll just get thrown out.
Maybe.
If she doesn't show up, probably, yeah, definitely.
We'll continue.
Maybe she's not. I mean, you said she's like 80 years old or something.
With Twattogate coverage.
Twattogate 2011.
Sometimes a woman needs to be raped.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey. I feel that same way about men's asses. Which is why this time I decided to wear my penis.
Brittany Andrews is back.
Yeah, we had Brittany is back with Kristen, and they were.
I'm the only one here I'd like to mention without penis.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really are.
That's right.
She's the only straight up pussy in the room.
That's right.
But you have a little pink penis. That's not very threatening. It's almost.
It's not.
Looks
It's my Brittany Andrews strap-on starter kit.
Looks like Japanimation.
Because I know that you're a little slut, but what about taking you down over there?
No, I mean, I have so much to do over here.
Yeah,
that I can't,
yeah.
That's the only problem.
You know what? Actually, the good thing about it is I could still do it while you get everything else done.
Well, I just don't know if I could.
It's a slip-on. It's a slip-on tool.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I just don't know if I
Slip
could
it in,
handle.
Yeah, you could. It's a small. That's why I wore the small. It's the starter kit. It's a Brittany Andrews strap-on starter kit.
I appreciate you doing that, but the problem is that we left the last portion of our interview unanswered. And I
Which
feel
was
like
that?
what
part?
You were just about to talk about what you would say to humiliate a man.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you were...
bend over, bitch, and we'll start.
Okay, well, no.
See, the thing is, what I like about a strap-on, I've never been fucked with a strap-on.
Yeah. You haven't?
No.
Get out of here.
No, my ass just won't. I've tried, but my ass is just too. It just doesn't happen for me physically.
I can shove. I've raped over like 1,000.
I'm not saying that an object couldn't be forcefully shoved into my asshole.
I'm saying
If you're doing it for enjoyment purposes, it has not happened for him.
Exactly.
Right,
yeah,
but I mean, like that's my point. Like this is really my strap-on, my starter kit that I always start with everybody that's
soft.
never. Yeah, exactly. That when people haven't done it before, this is the one that I always use, and I've never not been able to. With proper spit.
I'm grabbing the one that everyone has used.
This is a brand new one, babe.
I like this. If I'm going to look at a girl,
I put it in the dishwasher.
If I'm going to look at a girl with a strap on, I like her to be like naked. I like the straps the way they fit around a girl's ass. There's something sexy about a girl. It's not even the dick part that's sexy.
I was about to ask you, what about the dick part?
No, but that's honestly.
He's like, no, really. It's all about the straps around the ass. It's like, baby.
There's something really
fucking sexy. It's the big black cock that's just looming in front of your face.
I never had a black one in front of me.
You haven't?
No.
I was going to bring my black one, but actually I wasn't going to bring a penis at all. And then as I was like running out the door, I was like, just in case I might want to wear it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Because you know, the thing about it is like, I'm really attached to my penis, but my penis is not always attached to me.
I understand. I
see.
Yeah.
I understand.
I'm kind of sad about that. I would love to be a hermaphrodite.
You would.
I so would.
It's a great bumper sticker.
Brought to you by DJ Miss B.
Oh my God. You could just stay home and just fuck yourself, right? You've got everything.
Well, you need to work on your flexibility too, I would think.
Yeah, because your dick probably wouldn't get hard. Hermaphrodites are a mess. They're a mess. The whole thing down there, it's like, what's happening? Nobody knows.
Oh my God. But that's just, because that's what I'm more or less doing all the time is, I've got the penis and the pussy, right?
Sure.
So, I love, shoving my cock into guys' mouth and then, having him suck the cock and then taking it out and then moving the penis over and having him lick the twatay, spitting on him, shoving the cock back in, taking it out.
I like that. She spits on guys. It's fucking hot.
Yeah, I spit. I piss. I love pissing on guys,
Good girl.
too.
Yeah, I fucking love that.
Have you ever had that happen?
Biatch.
Oh, of course.
Have you not had anyone ever give you a golden shower before?
I've never been pissed on, but Norton is then we're in the same boat. But these two, on the other hand, Norton is an old pro when it comes to being pissed on.
I haven't in a while, but yeah.
I just peed on a really hot girl. I peed in her ass the other night. It was really hot.
I would never want it in my ass. I would just feel silly.
But it's so hot.
I belong in front of an Italian's house.
Face down, ass up, with like, after you got done, like, plummeting it and it's gaping, and you just,
Do you shave? Obviously, you shave. How much do you shave?
Where did that come from?
Because I meant to ask you before,
I'm
I forgot.
talking about pissing in somebody's ass. He's like, do you shave?
How much do you
pussy?
shave? Yeah.
I've been bald forever.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'm a bald bitch.
That's cool.
Are you bald, or do you have the running? Do you have the runway, or you can't talk about that?
Sure she can.
Politicians can mention pubic hair.
Yeah, they always do. That's the sign of a good platform.
As a matter of fact, that's the one thing that Sarah Palin was not upset about Levi Johnson exposing in his book.
Or what? Was it about is how he trims his ball hair?
She has a Hitler mustache and there's a monocle over it.
Too funny. So how was the interview with the guy? Me and Kristen,
cool.
we were talking. We were talking the players' ball talk back there. So
he was fine. He was good.
Is there a website with all the players' ball information on it?
No, not at this time because it's our first one, but we are planning on, doing it on a more regular basis. So
well, you're also, I'm sure, are you going to tweet about it and stuff?
Oh, we've been tweeting like nuts.
Well,
tweeting, Facebooking. You can go to Facebook,
MySpace,
Manhattan Madam, or tweet Manhattan
So
Madam.
what would you say to humiliate somebody?
As we go back.
That's a great question.
I want to know. Because to me, it's got to be.
Well, like I said, I really love small penis humiliation.
It's got to be real, though. It has to be something. It has to be something
you have
organic
to be
about it.
looking, exactly. You have to be like looking in the guy's eyes, spitting on him, shoving your hand down their throat,
Oh, the hand on the throat.
If you were with Jim and you were being intimate together.
Yeah, I just talk about the small penis, man.
But would you talk about other men that you had been with?
I'd talk about a big black cock fucking me.
Yeah.
I don't like it goofy either when I'm being dirty.
You like
it's got to be fucking perverted.
She's telling you a
Yeah,
real
you got to be looking
dirty.
into, I'm going to like make him go be a whore for me.
Like if a girl ever spanked me.
Make him suck cock for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bring
come on.
mommy back the money. At a
fair
cheap
enough.
hotel. And a cheap hotel like in the Bronx or something.
Okay, and I would go, but mother, where will I get a can?
And then I would say, don't worry about it. Mistress Mommy has got a ride for you, baby.
It gets weird sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, it does get a little weird.
But I always say, no, I always say unsexy things during it though. Like, all right, so you would say,
well, sometimes like when you are role playing, like you just some fucked up shit comes out, and the two of you look at each other, and it's been really intense, and then it's just you crack up laughing because it's like,
all right, let's try it.
Where the hell did that come from?
Let's try it a little bit.
Because I don't role play much and I don't understand
All right,
how
but
it
I
works.
have to like put him down
Yeah,
in the
we need to
ground and
see.
like shove my cock in his mouth. Like
I won't
that's where
suck
we
it.
have to start.
No, I won't suck it, but I normally
It's
would if I.
brand new though.
It's
Come
still
on, dude.
no.
It's been in the dishwasher.
It's been in the dishwasher.
No, you can rub it on my. She's rubbing it on my face, and she's rubbing it on the outside of my lips. But no, I can't suck it. But
You
it's,
can suck it.
Well, he just doesn't know where it's been. I can understand
no,
that.
I won't suck a straight
That's
one without a
brand
condom
new,
on it.
actually.
That's the one. That's the one time you'll use a condom when it's not a dildo.
But I'm blowing a strap on. But yeah, no, I've done that before.
I do actually put him in. I put all my dildos and everything. I put them in the dishwasher.
I know it's great. There's cascade on it.
Exactly. So when people come to my house, they're like, I don't really want to drink.
White
Do you have
water
any
stains on
disposable
it.
like cups we can drink
A
from?
dildo with no spots. That's what you look for.
Too
All right, so
funny.
what would you say to me? Like, how would we role play? Like, all right, okay, you start because I wouldn't know what I was doing. Like, I was just kind of in the corner, sheepish.
Sheepish and crying.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
How would you start the role play?
I'm not like a very good actress to like do it on
Me
radio.
neither.
I have to be like involved in there in the moment.
Okay, just kind of what kind of things would you say? You don't have to say them sexy, but what things might you say?
Well, I guess it just starts off as you're my dirty little whore, my little fuckhole.
Nice language. That's what I would say back.
Let me see that ass, my little fuckhole, my dirty little bitch for mommy.
Okie doke.
Okie doke. Lost the sex.
Giving her nothing.
I lost the
No,
second.
is that unsexy if I say okie doke?
Yeah, that's when you get slapped and you say, talk appropriately to your mistress. Don't be a stupid little whore.
Yeah.
Which, of course, we already know that you are. Suck my cock. Things like that.
Would you like that?
I would like that a lot, actually.
Does it look like I give a fuck whether he likes it or not?
No,
exactly. Hello.
No, it doesn't.
No, Miss B.
No, Miss B.
No,
it does not.
Bend over, OTK. You know what OTK is, right?
Over the knee, of course.
Exactly.
I didn't know
And then you know what? And if you don't act good for your mistress mommy, then you're gonna have a little CBT. What's CBT?
CBT is cockball torture.
Exactly.
I didn't know that either.
I can only handle, by the
you?
way, for the record.
Learning a lot right now.
Yes,
Exactly. This is S&M 101 here,
Hold
people.
on,
On the Opie and Anthony show. Woo!
Yeah.
Very light CBT. I cannot handle rough CBT. It's not my
there's
thing.
some pretty. Oh my God! I remember I had a guy back in the day on set put a freaking grip clamp on his balls.
Ugh.
A grip clamp, like for when you're
He
shooting.
wasn't ever going to have children.
Definitely not.
On the ball
and
itself?
it was so funny too. Like I had this other guy one time that used to come to me and he used to bring a briefcase full of weights.
Okay.
And he's giving me a hand job.
Here, Jimmy Norton is
My
now
twate is getting wet.
Miss B a hand job on her penis.
Well, Brittany
That totally
Andrews
makes
is talking.
I totally like rocks. I love that. That's so hot. My twate was starting to thump.
Jim was giving her a hand job under the table.
Yes, he so was. He's playing with
But the way
my
you do it is you have to
pink
look straight ahead so
penis.
nobody knows what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no, yeah, none of us could see that. It's like, if you can't see me, I can't. Yeah, come on.
Oh my God. But yeah, so I had this guy, right, that used to come to me with like a briefcase full of weights. And so he's got like 30 pounds hanging off his frickin' balls. And he goes to me and he looks at me sincerely in the face and he's like, I'm not sure if I'm really into this or not. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Who the hell can have 30 pounds of weights on their balls if they're not into it? I'm like, dude, you're into it.
You're
know, you're deep into it. Exactly.
Imagine going through airport security.
Oh my God, I had that happen to
Write
me.
that down for your son.
I had that happen to me. I was with I had this fuck buddy in London who was like really into it, and I
What's his name?
forgot.
Big Ben?
Oh, hey, actually, he's like a guitarist with like this famous band. And so I totally forgot I had it in my carry-on, and I was running late, and I was going through security, and they stopped me, and I'm like, what? Da-da-da-da. And they're like, you have a fishing bait in your bag here. I'm like, that's not fishing bait, because I'm like in a rush, and they're like, well, what is it? I'm like, yeah, those are weights for cock and ball torture, actually. They're like, all of a sudden they like dropped it immediately, realizing that had been on somebody's penis.
Have you ever been with a guy that does characters? Because
Yes.
a lot of people.
I've always wanted to have sex with John Leguizamo.
Have you ever?
Because, he does like the Asian guy, and I have a huge like Asian fetish. He does the tranny thing really well, and we know I have the tranny fetish, and I love Latins, so I mean, but he runs away from me like I'm the crazy stalking fan or something.
Because you talk very rapidly. Yeah. That's why. You don't seem perverted. I'm not saying you're not, but
Right.
you talk very rapidly. You seem very...
Because I haven't slept in I'm like on sleep deprivation high.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he wants to, if he's going to, but Chip Chipperson is a guy who does a lot of dirty talk on our show. He's a guy.
Yeah.
So, but like when we've had girls on Pal Talk or on the phone or something, and Chip will like kind of have a little phone sex with them.
Yeah, get them all wet and stuff.
So it's actually...
Puts you to sleep?
But no, it's a character I do.
I see. You do the character. I thought there was somebody else.
You're killing the illusion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, nobody knew.
Apologize.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
I just keep looking down at a little pink penis. I don't like the color of it. If it was white, it would be fine. But just
What's
pink, it
wrong
looks
with pink?
It
It
looks
matches
silly.
my hair.
It's like a dog's boner.
It matches my penis. It matches my pussy.
Get the mailman.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is something creepy about a pink dick.
What you don't? Would you prefer it to be green?
No, I don't like fluorescent colors. I'm dirty.
I don't understand with a lot of these like dildos that they have out for women. Like they make no sense to me whatsoever at all. Like
they're shaped like holes.
Like frogs and like animals and like dolphins. Like I don't want to fuck a dolphin. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like what the hell?
I
It's
don't
like,
want a pink penis in
that's
my mouth.
not. Yes, you do. Don't
No.
talk back to your mother. I will make you know. Don't even start with me.
Your mother is.
Hey, all right, you going down?
Oh no! All right, her hand.
Bad boy, bad boy.
She just shoved her hand down my throat, which was kind of hot.
Did you like it?
I did.
Because
I was going to spit on him, but I thought maybe that might be a little bit or so. I kind of just gave him a whoosh.
How would you feel if she spat in your mouth?
I probably couldn't until we were talking. Like if I knew her a little bit better, I would allow that.
Okay.
And then I spit it. Then I shove it in my hand to the mouth and then spit on it, get all nice and wet, and then it goes in the ass.
The hand was deep into his mouth, though.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me.
You don't
Yeah,
mind
I've got his goo You can see it.
That's right. My mouth is pretty clean.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, but he won't. Okay, so you won't suck the penis that's been in the dishwasher, but the hand that's been on the penis that's been on the dishwasher, you will put in your mouth.
What?
I don't see
Or
the
the hand
difference.
that's been
Let me
in
just
the
throw
ass
that out there.
already,
I
of
see no
course.
difference.
No one says that you're not going to have gubernatorial logic. But it's like the hand is much dirtier than the dick is because you're opening doors the whole time
Yeah.
and shaking hands. But again, I wasn't thinking in that moment.
You were thinking
You were going
coming
with
from
the flow,
a
but
sexual.
when you look at the fluorescent pink penis, you can't really quite wrap your mouth
And you know
around
what? When
it.
you're,
Is that
when you're
what you're
completely
saying?
naked,
Yeah.
the pink penis is pretty hot, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, I have pink shoes that match it as well. And my hair is pink as well right now, so it works.
What if she was accessorizing with the penis? Would that be?
It
Or
wouldn't
do you,
bother me. It's all the mentality that
He just
does it
needs
for
to
me.
see the boobs, probably.
No, I would love to. Yeah, but it's all the mentality. It's the dominating somebody is not like
Yeah, it's all about-
I had a dom one time tell me kneel, slave. I'm like, ugh,
No.
not a slave, you zilch. Like she just didn't know how to read the room.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a
Like, yeah,
fetish
I mean,
guy.
like,
Yeah.
I like to use the word pet more. My little
Slave,
pet.
even slave is okay, but the way she said it was
Yeah.
so like fucking cheesy,
Well,
like somebody doing
exactly.
a dom impression.
Conan the Barbarian?
Yes.
What do they say? Like dominance? It's like it's not like commanding somebody. It's a being in a sense of commanding. You know, I guess I'm not saying it right, but you know, it's like not making somebody do something. It's making somebody want to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
very,
the
very
difference.
subtle, I think. Real domination is very subtle. Someone can put you in that. There's very few people that have ever been able to put me in that really zone where you're high. It's hot when you're there.
Yeah,
Like, I
it
can
is.
put women in that just by saying sexy, dominant things when I spank them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Really?
You like being spanked? No,
Yeah.
you're dominant. That's fine. But I like to say things like,
It's so funny because I recently did a scene because I'm kind of like semi-retired from the business.
Sure.
I primarily produce mainstream films now and just DJ, but I did a scene for Brazzers promoting their condom campaign, even though they don't allow condoms in their films. So I did the scene with them, and like, you know, films have become so, with the man being so degrading and dominating towards women.
Yeah.
Like me and the guy, the entire scene was like me and him fighting. You know, at one point, I like turn around and just clock the bitch. I was like, seriously, you're fucking with the wrong bitch. Like, no.
Was that because you were just taking liberties because that's the way things are done now?
Yeah, and I'm just like, that's not the way things are done.
taking liberties.
With
That's
me.
real porn talk, Sam.
Well,
he was taking liberties with the young lady.
I think I have a little gubernatorial logic
I'll
myself.
say. Taking
Let's
liberties.
hear it. Let's hear your whole philosophy there.
Liberties. That was it. Just
Liberties.
saying the word liberties.
Like when I dominate a woman, I'll say things like, take that, you.
Take that, you bitch.
Yeah, I'm going to do this until you have cancer.
Yeah, that's not hot. That's not hot, babe.
That's how you read the room.
Exactly.
Just bum everyone out.
Like, I'm gonna die.
Why? Why would you keep doing this
I
until
just
I have
feel like I really
cancer?
want to give her, like, she
It's
knows
like if
she's
you're
getting
gonna go
spanked
there,
good.
then like, you know, lock them up in the bathroom, like in cold water till they're crying.
Have you ever shit on anybody?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, have you?
Oh my God, I have this great story. I did this film where I had a stunt shitter because I couldn't do it. So it was like so funny.
Oh,
I
no.
like had like this chair over the guy and I couldn't do it.
How are you
And-
doing scat in America, by the way? How are you doing those kind of films in America?
Yeah, you know, it wasn't my production, so.
Oh, okay.
And the girl that did it is a girlfriend of mine, so I'm not going to say which production it was. I almost did for a second, but I'm like, yeah, maybe not.
Was it on a person or was it into an object?
No, it was on a person, and so it was like hilarious because she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just get your ass off of there, and I'll do it." Right? So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So they cut the shot. She sat down, shit on him, and then cut back to me like for the scene, so it looked like I did the do.
Wow. Are there links to this? Not that I would see it, but
Not that you would go looking or anything.
I think it's
I would
called.
look out of curiosity.
I think
but
it's
not-
called Man Attack or something like that. Man Attack.
Man
yeah.
attack.
That sure is a man attack.
We should also
But-
plug the Twitters while we have a sec. It's
Yay.
DJ Miss B XXX.
Is that
DJ
your real Twitter?
Yeah, DJ Miss B, XXX.
And then you're also on Facebook, just Brittany Andrews. And
Yeah, I've got like 10
Roland,
Facebook accounts, so good luck.
Roland put
in
your
finding them.
MySpace plug on here.
It's great for 1988.
Actually, you know what? Internationally, though, it still does really good for
So it's
a lot of
Miss
stuff.
Brittany Andrews on MySpace if you're still...
Everything is Brittany Andrews, Miss Brittany, except for the Twitter, DJ Miss B.
Why don't you have
XXX.
Brittany Andrews? Is that taken?
What?
Was Brittany Andrews taken
Oh,
on
for Twitter, yeah.
DJ Miss B XXX is the Twitter name.
Yeah, and I'm just like really using Twitter a lot to promote my DJ stuff, so it works out good.
What kind of legitimate films are you doing? Like what?
I had a film that I
shouldn't
produced.
say legitimate, like mainstream. I should
Mainstream,
say.
yeah. So I produced a film called Crumble, which got into the Cannes Film Festival. It won 6 awards, and then I got another film that's been doing a small theatrical, independent theatrical run called Trick of the Witch. I had another film that was about 9/11 called Blindfold that won 2 awards. I've got a film that.
What are they? Short films? Are they long films?
The horror film that's a feature film. The one in Cannes that was a short film.
How long is the short film? 20 minutes?
Around 20 minutes.
What was it about?
It had Stephen Bauer in it from Scarface, Oksana Lada from The Sopranos, and it was about kind of getting outside of your boxes and perceptions. It's a very kind of gritty art house film. So, and then I've got a documentary that's coming out called Stage Brother. It's starting its Film Fest run, and it's got Jersey Princess from the Bad Girls Club on Oxygen. She's in the.
My ex used to watch Bad Girls Club, so I did kind of get roped in.
She's going to be at the Players Ball. Yeah. She's going to be in the limo with us at the Players Ball. She's fabulous. We love her. And I got quite and I'm just got different things going on. So
that's cool.
Yeah. A couple of reality pilots that I did
about what? Doing adult movies or something else?
The reality pilots.
Yeah.
One of them's called True Cougar Life.
You're not a cougar, are you? I mean,
I'm so cougar.
Are you really?
Yeah, I've been a cougar since I've been like 28.
You obviously look a lot younger than you are. You look very young.
Thank you. The Botox is working.
Yeah?
Woo! Yeah. Because it's definitely not like my healthy lifestyle. I mean, I'm being really healthy right now, but that's only because I'm so non-healthy.
Do you do drugs?
Well, I'm here supporting Kristen for her, legalizing marijuana. So,
okay.
It was like funny. Like last night, I took out the garbage really late, and like everybody on my floor at my apartment complex all smokes weed. So you can smell the different strains of weed. Like, okay, like apartment over here, like, and I'm like literally, and I haven't smoked any, for a month with my cleanse, and it's like. Okay, which one has got the best stuff today, And then this morning, too, when I was leaving, there's like everybody smokes weed on my floor.
You can't smoke weed on the cleanse?
No.
Why not?
Jeez.
It's like no drug, sex, or alcohol.
No sex on the cleanse?
No sex, yeah.
Why?
No drug, sex, or alcohol. I meditate every day. I go to church every week, and I feed the homeless every Saturday.
So it's like
my
a spiritual
Ramadan
cleanse.
How long is it?
It's 30 days. It's 30 days.
What day are you on now?
Like 25.
Well, you're really easing your way out of it with the strap on, aren't you?
Did you just shove your hand in his mouth?
Yeah, she just shoved her. She's trying to make me suck her dick.
There was no penetration. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you forced his head down to your crotch a minute ago.
I was filling up when she first walked in and started just talking about the cuckolding. I was actually filling up, and I very rarely will fill up just chatting with somebody.
What do you mean fill up?
My penis was doing this.
Oh, throbbing. I know when you started giving me the hand job, my twate was throbbing.
Like a little bit of blood rushed down to the penis.
Yeah, it jumped. It was like
that, to me. That's the twate might be a little bit different than the cock.
Because you like the idea of her talking about her other experiences while she was with you. There were more.
Yeah. Does your vagina get bigger when you're turned on?
No.
Swell up? I like that.
No.
I like it large.
No. Not unless somebody's been like sucking on it.
Do you have a big vagina or no?
I have a medium-sized cunt.
Okay.
You can say that here.
You can, but I mean,
no problem.
I tend to like really giant ones. I don't know why.
Because they remind me of a cock.
Is that why? Is it
no,
the cock thing?
It's not. It's I'm very oral. I talk for a living.
What about you?
Hold on. He's normal. He's not
normal.
No, he's not. But he doesn't talk dirty in bed.
But you know what, though? A lot of times people like yourself, that's vanilla. You just haven't been appropriately introduced to it.
I just need the right person to shove a dildo up my ass.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Maybe you just prefer to keep your intimate details private.
That's right. Maybe I'm looking for a career in politics.
You're really a freak and
talk to him in private.
I can see that. You look a little freaky, dude. You got that little creepy kind of freaky thing going on behind those eyes.
In a good way, though, right?
No.
Okay.
I think in a good way. I got your back.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's the type that's walking out of the kids' room with an erection saying, nothing to see here.
What? It's my freak. I'm getting my freak on, right? We're all just having a good time.
Yeah, I was just picking his rattle up.
I like infantilism, too. I'm down with that.
I've never gotten
I'll put you in some diapers.
Yeah.
Infantilism?
Yeah, there's something that's kind of hot about it.
You did dress up Big A as a baby that one time.
To promote my book, I did.
That was for humor value.
It was very
though.
creepy.
I think it's still on YouTube if you look around for it.
Disgusting. Yeah. We had
I don't know, like the whole changing the diaper thing can kind of be hot, though.
But I can't tell how dirty you are, or if you're just really like you know all this stuff. Yeah, like are you a pervert, or are you just really, really good at understanding perversion and what it looks like and portraying it? I can't tell.
No, I
you're
mean,
on the radio. It's hard to tell.
I started doing this at a very young age.
I'm not saying
I'm Facebook friends with the first guy I've ever raped in the ass.
Really? Cool.
Yeah, it's funny because I didn't talk
What's
to him
his
for
Facebook name? Ouch.
yeah, exactly. I didn't talk to him
Still
for like
standing.
20 years, and then I reunited with him on Facebook, and I'm like, dude, you're so famous. I've spoken about you in so many interviews over the years, you know. And the guy, you know, pretty much doesn't have much of a life, so
how did he take
that's his claim to fame.
How did he take being raped?
Oh my God. We were like 13, 14 at that time.
Wow.
And, you know, it was one of those things of like where I didn't know anything about strap-ons or dildos.
How could you at that age?
So, yeah, thankfully. But like every time I go to Home Depot, I say a small prayer to God to say thank you that nobody ever got hurt, because the way that I first started raping guys in the ass was with these fluorescent light bulbs, the long tubey things. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to the hospital with shards of like broken fluorescent light bulbs.
You mean the ones
happened. Thank
the ones
you, God.
that you can throw into dumpsters, and when they break, they explode.
Yeah, probably.
Gotcha.
Did one ever break?
No, nothing ever broke in anybody's ass. I guess I've just always been good at penetrating.
So you like that?
Strong skill.
So, so it's, I've been doing it a long time. I was like a total punk rock chick when I was younger, and like me and my girlfriends would drink like Jägermeister, and we used to like wear all these, we used to go to like Ace Hardware and get like all these, you know, like chains and make the chain. It's very punk rock to like make your own. We'd like drink Jaeger and like beat up guys, and my mom would like come knocking on the door like, "What are you guys doing in there?"
So what position is the guy normally in when you fuck him? Like, is he on his stomach or hands and knees?
Oh my God, this is the really hot thing about how good I am at like the whole ass raping thing, is I have really big tits, right?
Sure. Language.
So, hello, right? So I have really big breasts. So I have the guy on his back, and I can fuck him in the ass, and then put his cock in his penis in between my boobs, so I can fuck his penis with my boobs while I'm fucking him in the ass.
I would just hate looking at my own stomach all curled up like that. I wouldn't even think about getting fucked in the ass. I just think about how awful my gut looks.
Your roll on the side.
Like a basset hound fell asleep on me.
I highly doubt anybody I've ever done that to has ever thought about their belly. Because, I mean, they get to bust a nut 2 ways at one time.
Yeah, but I would rather, I heard that prostate makes you come harder, but for me, it's like, it's just hard to not have to shit when someone's putting a finger in my, I don't mean to say that, I don't mean to turn everybody in the room on, but.
Yeah, I mean, like, I prefer a cock in my ass over a finger. So fingers are uncomfortable, but a cock just fits in perfectly.
I guess.
I wouldn't know, again. I wouldn't know
either.
Yeah, he's only had small animals. Sam doesn't even talk dirty.
Yeah, I know both of them are just like being voyeurs. Kristen's like, I can't talk about this. I'm running for governor.
But at least she understands. Sam won't talk dirty.
I'm like, you're not mad at me for being the dirty bitch or a porn star that I am. She's like, no, girlfriend, we love you for all you are. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
What nationality are you?
I'm total mutt. I'm like a mixture of everything. I'm primarily German, though.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Caviar
Guten Tag, Frau
party.
Kinder.
You speak German?
Hey, dozo.
I don't know if that's yes or no.
That's I speak a little Japanese, but that's
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Roboto taught me.
I have like a huge Asian fetish. I was in Tokyo when
They're awful.
Oh my God, I love them.
They're not sexy.
Oh my God, I think they're so hot.
They're not.
Yes, they
on by
are.
Asian people. Why?
Because they're not sexy.
Their skin, their hair, their body types, how thin they are. They're just, their asses, I mean, everything.
Yeah, what asses?
Oh
Exactly.
My God.
Oh my
They've
God, the
got
same
like the
hair on
pinkest
every
little
one.
buttholes you've ever seen.
Really?
Oh my God, and their skin is so soft, and their bodies are just so.
You like a billion hairdos all the same? I understand liking somebody slim. That's one thing.
Yeah, I love like Japanese guys. Like I love Japanese guys with long hair.
Well, they probably love you too because you're a big blonde dom.
They
so they fucking
do.
must crave you.
I had this Japanese slave boy for like almost a year, and I just fucked him up for life.
Do you mind a guy kissing your hiney?
You kissing my ass? I expect it.
Okay, good.
I'm your fucking mistress, bitch. Kiss my fucking ass. Hello.
Oh, cool. I like that.
Lick the latex and kiss my ass.
Hey, do you ever not wear deodorant? I think that's really sexy too.
And what, like, have you licked my armpits?
Yeah.
Like a dirty bitch?
It depends. It's a chemistry thing, though. Sometimes women smell horrible without deodorant.
Great. Women getting the wrong message from this show, just not wearing deodorant and stinking up the joint.
Yeah, exactly. A bunch of rotten
It's like
pits.
after you've been like doing drugs for like 3 days. Lick my armpit, slave bitch.
Yeah.
Smells.
Nothing worse than period pits.
I didn't realize period pits was a thing.
I didn't either. I've never
It's
had
like she's
that.
smuggling 2 sub sandwiches into the room.
Kristen, did you know about period pits?
I never heard of that in my entire life.
No, and I'm hoping that most people listening realize that it's Brittany Andrews that's speaking. That's all I'm thinking.
Kristen's
right now.
like being really quiet. She has nothing to do with any of this.
I've been creepily staring at Kristen's legs the whole interview. I apologize.
She's looking fabulous today.
Did you?
You know what? Your legs look really good, though.
Like, it's easier.
I want to see your ass so bad.
Me
I
too.
swear to God.
I've looked there too.
You have really great legs. I'm thinking you must have really nice butt. Like, we need to like find a way because she's running for governor, so she can't be naughty. But we can like do something like at a swimming pool one time at the beach.
Did you hear?
I gotta see that ass because I mean, I'm obviously an ass woman. So
she has legs for
what's
days.
a scrunch butt?
It's like the bikini that's it's a scrunch and it's got a seam through the middle and it pulls your butt up.
Oh, I need
Makes
one of
your butt look
those.
10 times better.
Yeah, I just want to get the implants.
Do you wear thong underpants?
No, she wears
My penis is a thong underpants.
Oh yeah, it kind of is.
It is totally.
Those are very sexy the material pants that you're wearing, by the way.
Thank you. They're
What's
like
the-
spandex.
I like that.
It's a throwback to the 80s, babe.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. When you're a DJ porn star, you can get away with it, though.
Fantastic.
So tell us again about the party.
The party, it is called the Players Ball, and we are encouraging everybody to come in their best pimp and hoe ensemble.
Are you guys going to be pimps or hoes?
I don't know. That one's a
That's
hard
a difficult
question for me to answer.
I'm a combination thereof, right?
Yeah.
I'm coming
I'll pimp
as
a bitch
myself,
out, but
so
I'm a
I think
hoe
that
as well.
says enough. which
Exactly.
would be
The
pimp.
Manhattan Madam herself. So yeah, and it's going to be at 92 Ludlow. And that is at Hotel Chantel, and it is Friday night.
It starts at 9 promptly. If you get there at 9, it is free.
Free
After
for an
10,
hour.
It is $20 at the door.
And proceeds of it is going to
two charities. We're dedicating part of the proceeds to Jordan Cepino for his bout with cancer, and the other is for Hope House, which is my nonprofit for the victims of sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and we're going to have a ton of porn stars there.
A couple reality stars, you said, too.
Ooh, yeah, exactly. We've got like 20 people coming in the limo with us. We've got Pablo Escobar Jr. Woohoo! And
Great documentary, by the way, about
we got
his
some
father.
dominatrixes that
Did you
are
see-
coming.
I saw
My
that.
girlfriend
I saw that on
Lola.
Hold on a
was
second. Plowing right through here.
Sorry.
Did you see the Pablo Escobar documentary about his father, where he met
Yeah.
the sons
I didn't
of
see
people
it.
his father had murdered?
I would love to see it, but I didn't see it.
Yes.
HBO. I saw your comedy on HBO too, and I got to tell you, I got through about half of it, and I felt embarrassed, and I had to turn
Why?
you
It was very
off.
dirty,
I don't
right?
know, it was very dirty, and because I know you in a different capacity.
Yeah, I'm dirty.
So
How do you guys know each other so well?
That's a good
just we've
question.
been
I know, right?
Yeah, she caught me smelling her shoes and masturbating, and she had me arrested.
Jim did say that
No,
he
we're friends.
found Kristen very attractive.
She is freaking
Yeah.
hot. Hello, look at her. She's like half naked here today. Like she looks so yummy.
It's wonderful.
the
I
first
haven't had
time I
sex
came
in
on-
like a month. I'm gonna like eat her alive in the green room. I'm like, I got
came
my
on the
penis
show,
on.
I was
Sorry.
in a suit, and everyone thought I would. And then the
Cheers.
next time in a dress, and everyone was like, "You've lost so much weight." And I said, "No, I was just wearing from a suit to showing some leg." So I realized here that I must dress
So was
appropriately.
my special
which
too
is,
dirty for you? I'm sorry.
no. It was good. I was impressed. I was impressed, but a little embarrassed. So I turned you off. I didn't get through the
bashful.
whole thing.
How cute. She's bashful.
What was that? Wait, but which one was it though?
It was, I think, your most recent one.
Was I wearing a black shirt?
You're always wearing a black shirt.
I know, but I wasn't wearing a long sleeve shirt.
No, you were wearing a black shirt.
Okay, that was. Yes, I know which one that was.
Was that a dirty one?
You know what? I actually did a little of comedy back in the day. I worked at the Improv for a while, doing
In
a little bit
Melrose?
of stand up. Yeah, in Melrose, and I actually did like a tour of their different, of all the different improvs in California.
When did you do that?
That was quite a few years back, but I've done a couple of roast since. I love doing comedy. It's a lot of
Why
fun.
did you stop?
Because I actually like did that show. It was on MTV. Your Mama Knows. Something like that.
Was it new? Like in the last couple years?
No, it was probably like maybe 10 years ago or something. But yeah, for a while I was like doing the whole comedy
Yo
thing.
Mama?
And it was really.
Remember that show on MTV, Yo
yeah.
Mama?
But no, that
Yo
was like.
Mama jokes?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. So
Wilmer Valderrama was the host.
Yes, exactly. I was
Yes.
on that show. Exactly.
Okay.
So.
Oh, wait, how many years are we going back now? Because
Yeah,
you guys
exactly
are aging
right.
yourselves. Let me just throw that out there.
Yeah.
You know what, though? At the end of the day.
Before my time. Let me throw
The
that
great
out
thing,
there.
the great thing about it is that yeah, exactly.
My head poked out of the box.
I'm like, you know what? The good thing about it is the cougar and the MILF is fabulous right now. So I'm just gonna rock out with my cock out, and it's all.
I don't
good.
see you as a cougar.
Why don't you see
I don't see you as a cougar
You look
either.
much, you have a very cute smile. You don't have a cougar mouth. You have a very cute little smile.
That's because it's been on a lot of ass.
Oh.
It's a great reason for it to be that way.
I'm an ass-licking woman. I am.
Are you?
I am.
You lick guys' asses?
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah. I'm
What a
like
trooper.
that. What about you? Do you lick women's asses?
No, they asked me about that. I think at some point in my life I might, but I'm not there yet.
You're not there.
You're working your way up.
You're working
Yeah,
your way.
I'm just not
Stop
there
Just like
yet.
go
the back
from
of the knee right now. And
I was
you're
just gonna say, like, go from the twate.
Working your way up.
What is
Yeah.
that thing called? It's like in between the twate and the ass. That piece of like, it's got a name. You need to
Twate.
work your way down that.
The place for your gum.
The taint.
Yeah, the gum
You got to work your way down the taint, babe.
Yeah, I think.
Like each time, just
But I'm only 28. I have a lot of life ahead of me.
Well, dude, I was eating ass when I was 15.
I
Well, you were
know,
also
right?
sober by the time you were 19. We all take different paths.
I love eating ass. Doesn't even have to be fucking showered. Can be
No.
after a good bout of the flu and a bike ride.
Yeah, but you
Hey.
also like
Nice.
like armpits as long as the woman's not on
I'm
their
like
period.
I'm like into the armpit thing too. There's something about like just doing dirty things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish we
I'm
were
into
best
it.
friends.
You do?
Yeah, I could be best friends with Brittany.
Yay.
Would you be best friends with Jim?
You want to come as my date?
I can't. I'm going to be
You
away.
can. We can take both of you.
Yeah?
You can come as double dates.
Well, would you hang out with Jim like in life?
As long as he sucks my cock and is a good little bitch for mommy.
I'm sure at some point he'd be willing to do both those things.
I'm going to say that could be a safe bet.
That could be a safe bet.
Who wouldn't? I would do that even if you didn't want me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't happen, babe.
Carolina man summed this up on feedback by
Uh-huh.
simply writing, "I want to have sex with both of these women really badly."
Yeah.
And that's how I would do it really badly.
Really badly.
Poorly done.
Yeah.
I always get the ass. I love DPing, but I always get the ass.
You do.
Have you ever DP'd a girl with another girl?
No, I have not.
Me and my friend Porno Dan used to do that all the time. He'd take the twat and I'd take the ass.
This porno Dan
Mm-hmm.
sounds like he's done a lot in his
Guy
life.
sounds like a real Svengali.
Yeah.
He sounds like he's got game.
Well, we used to co-produce stuff and travel all over the world together, and man, he will fuck anything, like anything.
That is
anything.
not a bragging point.
Yeah.
That is not a bragging point.
It's interesting.
It's a
like,
resume booster.
It's like interesting to
His
see like
name,
what he
Dominic
will do.
Strauss-Kahn. I'm sorry. No.
Like, and he can like be on any type of substance, and he still will get it up, and he will have sex with anything. So I mean, just saying that it was always interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Traveling around the world with Porno Dan.
I
yeah.
can't always get an erection. I have to.
He
kinda be in
can
the
always get an erection, and it's like, really?
You know, I
Like,
hear
he did like an 8-ball, and the bitch is like ugly behind the bar, and he's like going for the gold. It's like, really?
wow, they say pomegranate juice is good for erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, some guys
I
are
tried
just
that, but they
like
said you have to drink it. I'm like,
some guys are just like really good woodsmen. That's what we call it in the business, good woodsmen. But nowadays they have Viagra. I mean,
Drink a
back
lot
in the
of
day when I
best
first
woodsman ever.
back in the day when I first started, they used to have to like shoot up their penises with needles.
Cabaret.
Yeah, because it was like the things that the people that are handicapped would use.
What about
But
pomegranate?
now it's
Rams. Wait.
well,
no.
they like did like a lot of broccoli, like Peter North for the big busted nut scenes, right?
Oh, there's vitamins.
Well, it's always been said that it's broccoli.
He's probably just lying so people fart on set. He doesn't want to give away his secret. He doesn't want people to know because he wants to have the big lows. So what do you think? Wait, who's the best performer ever? Who do you think is the best? The guy that could? I'm going to guess Nacho, but who would you say?
I'm not really amused by porn guys.
No, but I'm saying, who do you think can fuck under any conditions?
Yeah.
Oh, like my friend Porno Dan more than anybody else I've ever met.
Is he in movies?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He produces films. I mean, the guy can do so much drugs and his dick will still work. I mean, that's a real talent.
Like
That's a great
and fuck anything.
That's a great video testimonial.
Yeah.
He can do so much drugs and his dick will still work. That's like a late night infomercial.
Yeah, and like with a really ugly bitch, it amuses me completely.
It's fantastic.
That's talent.
All right, well, I guess we
That's
did it.
true porn talent, man.
Yeah, if you
Our
want to,
show is over.
If you want to get all the info, you guys will be tweeting it, right?
Yes, we will. DJ Miss B XXX, please
Yeah.
sign up.
Manhattan, madam.
It's Manhattan Madam.
Is it Manhattan Madam? Twitter.com, Manhattan
And
Madam?
it's DJ Miss B XXX.
Yes,
the word
exactly.
triple is not there. It's DJ
Yeah,
Miss
exactly.
B
Thank
XXX on
you.
Twitter.
DJ Miss B XXX. And I've always got really fun stuff on Twitter. Lots of pictures and
And
stuff.
then go to the party because you may
Go to
end
the
up
party.
banging someone.
Chantel, 92
The
Ludlow.
party.
Yeah.
I have to plug a gig, Tampa, Florida. I'll be at the Improv 29th of September through October 1st. And then Pittsburgh at the end of, I think, next month. I think. Or is it this month? No, it might be this month.
Well, this is the end of this month.
Right.
September.
It's in October. I'm in Pittsburgh then.
I just wanted to say a super duper thank you guys for having us on today and
Yes,
letting us promote our
thank you.
party
You're
and our
welcome for
Twitter
coming.
and I hope you guys can make the next one.
Yeah, definitely.
And we can do like a big, costume party and you can MC it with me or something.
And Jim-
give out
dress
some
up-
free prizes.
I'll dress up as Uncle Paul.
Exactly. You can be my bitch. You can be my whore, and I'll be
Hey.
your pimp. I'm going to make you do dirty things with the glory hole in the back in the bathroom.
Sounds wonderful. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Well, Jim, thank you for coming in and carrying me through this.
Oh, it was a good time. Thanks to Levi and his book is Deer in Headlights.
Yes.
My Life in Sarah Palin's Crosshairs. And I guess we will see you tomorrow with the two, hopefully not convicted fucking creeps. Greg and Tony will be back.
We got a big update.
Oh, do we?
No. We will have a big
By
update
tomorrow, yes.
There's still nothing. I guess they're still in the courtroom.
All right.
So we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thank you.
Sirius XM. Sirius XM. Yeah. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.